The following is a special presentation of Friendswood High School Mustang football and MCS Sports. And now, the voice of the Mustangs, Kirk Lowe and Josh Fritz.
Here from the home of the Friendswood Mustangs, I am Kirk Lowe, joined as always by my broadcast partner, Coach Josh Fritz. Coach, a 2-0 Friendswood Mustang team versus a 1-1 LaPorte Bulldog team. Don't let the records fool you. This one's going to be a good one tonight.
Yes, sir, it is. Sure, it's going to be a good game tonight. LaPorte really lost a heartbreaker to Seven Lakes, and then they turned around and they beat Clearbrook pretty handily in their next game. So that 1-1 record is probably not really indicative of how their season's going. Probably could be 2-0.
Yeah.
Had a great week, a good week of practice. I was talking to the coaches before for Friendswood. Hopefully turn this around. Had a little sluggish start last week.
Yes.
A little behind the eight ball, so to speak, but hopefully they can get rid of some penalties and turn the game around. It should be a good game tonight.
No, absolutely. And for Friendswood right now, they're a little banged up, especially in the front, the offensive line. They have really 6 healthy players right now. So I know that's an area of concern for Coach Koopman. And the defense, on the other hand, is strong as ever. They have given up 7 points in 2 games. Really only had a few long drives against them for the season. And they're led by that 3-headed monster in that linebacking core with Roney, Stevens, and Helton.
They've had a great year. And, Cade Roney, no one would have thought in 2 games he would have 4 sacks and 2 touchdowns. He probably couldn't have dreamed that up after such a great start to his season. So He's had a great start. And, of course, Spiller, he's had a great year as well. He's catching a lot of double teams, which is freeing other guys up, like Matthew Reyes on the other side. So the defense has played great. Like I said, only 1 score all year. Let's hope we can keep that up.
Absolutely. Well, right now we're going to hear from Coach Robert Koopman in our pregame show, and then we'll come back and we'll get ready to kick this things off. Again, it's going to be the Friendswood Mustangs coming in at 2-0 versus the LaPorte Bulldogs at 1-1. Right now we're joined by Coach Koopman. Of course, y'all won big, but they had a tight end, if I remember right, was a large young man.
And I'm not sure he's playing. He's been hurt.
Okay.
And they're pretty coy if he's playing tonight. So
I got you. Well, you couldn't miss him. We spotted him early. We always
Baylor commit, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And so, but yeah, we're preparing that he's gonna play,
right?
But we're not sure.
Well, of course, at the end of the day, it's a non-district game, and win or lose, though you want to win every one of them. Obviously, the goal here is for you guys to come out healthy and get ready for, of course, the next game, which is now district. How do you feel after the last game? Give us a win against a Clearbrook team. Typical, kind of a little bit of a street fight. It's just a grind it out a little bit. It was a fun game to watch. But tell me a little about that game.
Well, I'm not sure it was a fun game to coach. But
No, I didn't say that. Yeah, I know.
We got banged up. We were down to 6 offensive linemen, and we went to Noah Kester, who's a very intelligent defensive end who's played a little offense before in the past, and said, you're our emergency guy. We got a jersey for you.
Right.
And, he said, yes, sir. And so it was a grinding matter. Our running backs played well, but, I was so proud of our offensive line because they've been kind of beleaguered. They've been kind of banged up. And we just kind of grounded out there at times.
Yeah, it was.
We protected well. Luke is throwing at about 70% completion rate right now. And so we're excited about that.
Sure.
So it just all kind of added up to one of those games where, and I told, there are no ugly wins.
Yeah.
A win's a beautiful thing. And so if people want to call it ugly, you can, but man, we beat a 6A football team that went to the playoffs last year, 19-7. So we're excited about it.
This is one series. Of course, Luke goes out. This was just one series, I think, and Massey comes in.
Well, Massey finished. So Luke got hurt the first play of this half.
Right.
And then Massey came in and finished that. I think he had like 4 snaps right there.
Yes, that's what I was trying.
Yeah, and then he had the whole next.
That's right. Yeah.
Where that was where we really grounded out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought he came in and did a good job. Considering he probably was not expecting to play a lot, and
his nickname is Money, and so he comes in and he's pretty unflappable kid. He's a great kid, and even though we didn't score, that drive was so important because the defense was just on the field for a long time, and we kept the defense off the field for I think 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And just grinding out, and even like I said, even though we missed a field goal, that was such an important part of that game. Just kind of reestablish and let our defense get over and take a break and regroup. And do all those.
Well, they came out of the second half with some momentum. I mean, they came out. They, I know they had the personal foul on the kickoff, but they came out fired up, ready to, and it showed. And you're right for that. You guys to kind of take that and take the wind out of their sails a little bit with that long drive. I thought was huge. So they obviously you said the offensive line health and all. How's everything looking for this week?
Still banged up
Still
up front.
Banged up. Okay.
Still banged up front. Banged up in secondary too, because I don't think B Wade's going to play. He has a partially separated shoulder, and he's in too much pain. We tried, and he just had a hard time lifting his shoulder. So get him through this week. We get an off week. We think we'll be fine.
Right.
So we're secondary and offensive line. We're thin, and over the off week we're gonna have to probably have some kids start doing some both way stuff, which we've been trying to avoid. So we want to win this game tonight and kind of get a breather.
Sure.
And then start trying to get ready for district.
How's Matt? I know
he's fine.
Good.
Matt's fine.
Good.
We got to report Christian's still a few more weeks away.
Right.
And stuff. So it's football. Injuries happen.
Right.
And it's always the next man step up,
Sure.
or however you're going to move that thing around, and that's where we're at right now.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, good luck to you guys tonight. Again, enjoyed that. We'll call it a break. I know there's never a break in football season, but you do have a weekend with no games. Yeah. And again, I know the best thing about that is you get a chance to get healthy and get ready for that non-easy district slate. So, Coach, good luck to you guys this evening.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's Coach Robert Cooper, the Friendswood Mustangs. We'll be right back here on the pregame show.
And welcome back here. We are about 2 minutes away from kickoff. We are getting the fans are continuing to pour in. It is pink out night. I think about 30% got the memo, but the rest are in their Mustang blue. And you can't fault them either way you go on that one, Coach.
Absolutely, it's hard to take that Mustang blue off. We had a special presentation here at the stadium tonight. We had young Elise Peel, Miss Peel. She teaches at the junior. Her daughter got to do the opening that Tony usually does. And she got to hold the Mustangs as they do a long time. She's very excited to do it. I want to say Lisa's around 9 years old. She's a sweet kid. Her mom's a great teacher. My daughter actually has her right now. It was a pretty exciting moment for her, and everybody's going crazy listening to her. So
absolutely.
Way to start the game.
No, she did a great job too. That's good to know. Tony's got a replacement,
in the wings,
down the road. We also tonight we've tried to get our intrepid on-field reporter Cody Hobbs in the mix for the last few games. I think we may finally have him tonight.
It's been a work in progress.
Cody, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Cody, we hear you loud and clear. Cody, we are on the air, just to let you know. Cody, where are you right now?
I am in the student section.
Oh, that's the place to be, Cody.
It is.
I can't tell because you got that pink shirt on, and you're with some other pink shirters as well?
Yes, it's Pete and I here at Friendswood High School, and it's a great atmosphere.
Well, I tell you what, this, Cody, having you a part of this right now makes this just the most tremendous broadcast of high school football we can have. However, we're going to have to go to the game because they're going to kick off about a minute early.
Yes,
we're getting this thing underway. Cody, we're going to come back to you in a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Again, that is Cody Hobbs, and the kickoff goes out of bounds, and everyone was ready on the field. No one else was ready as they had about a minute left on the pregame clock. But regardless, all that being said, kickoff goes out of bounds, and LaPorte they're gonna re-kick this thing, I believe.
Looks like it, yes.
Let you know too, our officials for this evening's ball games. We have the referee Rudy Guerrero, umpire Scott Bradley, head line judge Jason Gold, Michael Paul, Angelo Randerson, the field judge Kenny Hollis, back judge Brett Mosser, and in the box Jamal Winston. So Mr. Guerrero's crew tonight. And Friendswood will re-kick now that everything is set. Again, LaPorte comes in at 1-1. Friendswood undefeated, coming off that victory last week, hard-fought victory against the Clearbrook Wolverines on the road at Challenger Stadium. This is the last game of the non-district slate for your Mustangs. They will have a week off next week, and then they will get ready for district play against Texas City in 2 weeks. Ryan Sweeney in to do the kicking duty. Gets this one off. Comes to that left sideline. It's going to be a little reverse. To be a 20, 25, still on his feet at the 32-yard line. That's going to be Travis Greenwald on the return. Little trickeration for the first play of the game for the LaPorte Bulldogs, and they will start their first drive of this game from their own 32. LaPorte in their white uniforms, white helmet with the burnt orange numbers and decal for Friendswood. They're in their black pants, Mustang blue jerseys, and the black helmet with the American flag Mustang.
It is a sharp
on there
look.
tonight. It's a great look.
I was getting a look at that before the game. It is a sharp look.
LaPorte comes out in a right tight formation, two backs. Well, you don't see a lot of this, Coach. You got a fullback. This is the old pro set.
This is
I love it.
Lead,
fullback lead, indeed. And that's exactly what they do. This little ISO play, straight out of 1996. I love it.
Looks like Luke Sanchez, number 20, is there first on the stop.
Be about a 2-yard gain, maybe 2.5 for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs moving left to right on your computer monitor. Again, just kicked off here from Friendswood High School's Henry Winston Stadium on a beautiful night here in September. Last non-district slate for both teams. We'll go through all the District 10 5A games going on this evening throughout this ball game. Second down and 7. Another handoff again. This time it's going to be shut down quickly.
No.
Jackson Stevens is in there first.
Yeah, he just got excited like I thought he had the ball.
He did. Matthew Reyes in there as well for your Mustangs. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. And again, so far this season, Coach, Friendswood has hung their hat on this defense.
They have. Sometimes when the offense may not be kicking, they turn around the defense. The defense has played great. Again, we mentioned earlier, only scored on one time all season, and I know it's only 2 games, but that's a nice streak to start off the season with.
Absolutely is. 3rd down and 7 now for the Bulldogs. Tied into the left, fakes handoff, gets the ball out quickly. It's going to try to throw to that fullback, number 34, Easton Fusen, and he is just overthrown. Quarterback is River Thompson. Quarterback took a hit.
Looks like there's a flag on the field, and luckily he didn't complete that pass. That might have gone for a few extra yards.
They got an ineligible line. They got a lineman downfield on that. Looked like Aboud on that hit. Was that Aboud or was that?
It was.
Friendswood will decline the penalty, of course.
Yeah, it's on the port. I got you. Okay. 4th
down and 7. Yeah, again, I think we had a lineman downfield on that.
On those screen plays, it's kind of hard for those linemen not to run downfield too many yards. It's a tough call for those guys.
Got a punting situation back for Friendswood. Should be Connor Haynes. It is. He's on his own about 32-yard line right now. Kick is a little flat one. It's going to be short. Hits at the 35. It's going to roll out of bounds at the 31-yard line of Friendswood, where we'll see the Mustangs' first drive of the game here from their own 31-yard line. See the first look of Luke Gurdon tonight. Coach Gurdon comes in with a 65% completion percentage, having a nice season so far.
He sure is. He's got 49 attempts, 32 completions, doing a great job there, 313 yards. He's also had 3 rushes when we need him to. He's held in the pocket a lot of times, maybe getting that extra hit, but he's letting the ball go when he needs to, and he's having a good season so far.
Going to have Noah Palis back in the backfield with him, offset to his left. Garden back in that customary gun spot. Twin receivers to both sides. Little pitch out to Palis. Palis got some room. Trying to get to 35, cuts it back in the field. 40, made a man miss, still on his feet. And a late hit out of bounds if they call it, and they do not. Nice move to get that extra yard. That's a 1st and 10. Give Palis about a 16-yard gain on that carry. Brings up a 1st and 10 now for the Mustangs. Ball is on their own 47.
And great blocking downfield. Number 74, Sean McHenry, just continued the block all the way to the bus as the blindside movement.
Absolutely.
He did a great job there, pushing those guys back. Great job by the O-line.
Kovacevic comes in now for Kelly at wideout. Going to have trips formation to the right side for the Mustangs. Palis goes out as a receiver now. Going to have an empty backfield for Garden. Garden draws back. Laporte brings some heat. Oh, it's picked off. 50, 40, 30. Garden's got to stop him. He makes the tackle at the 16-yard line. We just had a miscommunication with the tailback. That was Hunter Anderson on the pick.
And the ball didn't come out clean. Was it tipped? I couldn't tell. It had a little flutter to it.
I don't know if it was or he hesitated because of the route, but regardless, threw it right to Anderson.
He did, and the ball came out a little flutter, and I'm sure it wasn't a clean pick or a clean pass on his part. I'm sure he wants that one back.
Guess Garden's first interception of this young season. And for Laporte, puts him in great field position, gets your Mustangs here just underway. 10-14 left here in the first quarter. Laporte knocking on the door at the 15-yard line. That power right formation. ISO up the middle. It's going to be Travis, who get the running back's name on that. I'm sorry, I had Greenawalt, but that's not.
It's number 8.
Cooper Upshaw.
And Daniel Rody met him a little behind the line and said, no, sir, not today.
Again, Friendswood's defense does. That's been their calling card all year, and they're going to have to step up here again. Looks like they're going to be in that 3-4 set right now. And you got Roney, you've got Stevens, you've got Helton, and then on that when they go that 3rd down line, and see that they pull that 4th lineman out, and that 4th backer, and you got Nick About in there at linebacker. About on the blitz. Can he get him? Almost had him. That's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete.
Nice breakup that time by number 31,
Luke Boone. Way to go, Luke.
Nice job. About had a finger on the jersey, just couldn't quite grab him. Boone, beautiful breakup because that had 6 points written all over it.
I thought it was a touchdown, Kirk, and all of a sudden you see this hand come up. Luke Boone knocks it down. Great job by that young man.
Bryant Wade not starting the night for the Mustangs as he's a little, giving a little rest before the next break coming up. So we've got a few new players in there for this defense. And one of those just made a whale of a play, Luke Boone. 3rd down and 10, power right formation, handoff up the gut, Upshaw. Going to be about 3 yards. Coach, I don't know that call. 3rd and 10, and you're going to rub the middle against this defense. That's bold right there. Brings up down a 4th down and 7. And Laporte looks like they're going to bring in their kicking team.
That's a call to me that looks like you're just settling for the 3 points.
Yeah, I agree.
7.
In to do the kicking duty for Laporte. Looks like Patrick Allen, sophomore. Going to be a 29-yard attempt right in the middle of the field. Low snap indeed. Kick is up. Kick is good. Laporte takes the early 3-0 lead on your Friendswood Mustangs, and that was all set up by the Garden interception as Laporte had the ball on the 15 and went a total of 3 yards against that Friendswood defense. And again, give a credit there to Luke Boone. Luke Boone had a touchdown-saving knockdown in that secondary.
And you almost call that a win for the Friendswood defense.
Absolutely,
when you have that close to the goal. Luke, again, like you mentioned, with a great knock it down there, and we'll hopefully see what Friendswood can come back with the offense here. Just shake that off. Luke's got to shake that off, not worry about it, be the next play, don't worry about it, drill on the pass, and move on. He'll be all right.
Well, that's the thing. Luke Gardner, this is his junior year, but he's got 2 full seasons under his belt, whereas most juniors don't. So, yeah, he's seen that before, and I fully expect him to come back out. Still not sure what happened on that pass play. Just a little bit of miscommunication, I believe.
I believe it is. Looks like Palitz is back. Cooksey and Dawson Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson back there as well.
Yes, sir.
Levi Hilborn in to do the kicking duty for the Bulldogs. And he gets this one under. Nice kicks. Going to be caught at the 5-yard line. Brought back to the 10, 20, but the 22-yard line is going to be Riley Cooksey on the return. Friendswood will start their drive from their own 22-yard line.
Looks like the coaches are just settling them down a little bit, kind of group them together before they send them out, tell them don't worry about it, move on to the next play. You can't control what happened in the past, can control what we're doing right now. So just a little talking to the boys. I think they're going to be okay. Settle them down, and let's see what happens.
Palis back in there at tailback. We have Elizondo in at receiver right now. Got McCabe. Who's our inside receiver right here? Is that Johnson?
I think it is Johnson, number 4.
And then Cole Kelly. And Palis are on the right side. Nowhere to run. That's going to be a tackle for loss. LaPorte's defense, swarming defense for the Bulldogs. You know, that's one thing LaPorte, you know, they got a brand new coach this year, Coach Anthony Renfro. Coach Renfro comes over from Clear Springs, where he was the DC last year. He brings a little Katy mentality, a little Springs mentality. That defense, that was 11 guys on the ball that time.
Absolutely. They're all swarming to the ball. Nothing easy.
Gurdon, a little pitch out to Palis on the left side. Palis trying to find some running room. Goes out of bounds about the 23-yard line. Another little late shot, but not enough to warrant a flag. That's going to bring him back, well, about a 2-yard gain, get it 3rd down and 9 for the Friendswood Mustangs. 8:07 left here in the first quarter. Friendswood down to LaPorte, 3-0. This is the first time Friendswood's been down in this young season in the first 3 games.
Absolutely. Hopefully we can 3rd and 9. Yeah, we got to get some out of the playbook, maybe a little trickery here, try to get us some yardage and get us out of the backfield position we're in.
Got Elizondo, Johnson, and McCabe in on the right side. Palis off to the left. Gurdon, empty backfield set. Gurdon across the middle. Got a man. That's got to be a flag. Yeah, it is.
Yes,
Cole
it is.
Kelly.
There you go.
Thought he had a white backpack on for a second. That's LaPorte Bulldog. But number 30 was draped on him. Thomas Schrader. Cole Kelly, that was a no-brainer call right there for
Absolutely.
Mr. Official. My goodness.
But a good look for Luke. You got
Yes.
you got your 6'5" Cole Kelly going down. He's going to outsize everybody, especially in the DBs he's going against. And Luke and Cole does have some speed for a big man. Great look by Luke trying to get it out there to him. So didn't complete it. He definitely got the call. Still got a 1st down out of it.
1st and 10 now for your Mustangs. See where they're going to mark this one at.
I want to give a quick shout out to Donna Nelson, who's listening to us here on the live chat. She says, "Play tough, Mustangs." Donna, we could not agree more.
Absolutely. And Donna, thank you so much for listening tonight. And tell your friends we're here all night. 8:01 left here in the first quarter. Friends with the ball on their own 38-yard line. Fresh set of downs. Palis still in at tailback. Twin receivers to both sides. Kelly and Johnson in the slots. Gurdon barks it out. Back to pass. Good little pump fake. Now he's rolling to his right. He's going to have to throw that one out of bounds. No one there. Great coverage by that LaPorte defense that time.
They had him smothered on that when everybody was on. Everybody was covered. Not much for him to do except throw it away. Smart move, though, by Luke to get rid of it. Don't
Absolutely.
try to make something out of nothing.
2nd down and 10 now for the Mustangs. Also want to give a shout-out tonight from Mary Reinhardt, one of our great fans listening in tonight on MCS Sports. Mary, whether you want to chat with us or not, we're glad you're with us as always. Double tight formation for the Mustangs. 2nd down and 10. 7:54 left here in the first quarter. Palis stacked up behind Gurdon. Gurdon hands it off. Palis on the left side,
Nice
cuts
hold.
it up. About a 3 or 4 yard. We'll give him 5. Nice job by Noah. Get that extra yards and bring up a 3rd down and 5 now for the Mustangs.
That was a great hold on the left-hand side there by, oh, my goodness, sorry, Kirk, number 74, Sean McHenry, and number 70, Ryan Mitchell. Good job on that left side, guys, opening up the hole. Pettis took a little hesitation to his right, jumped back left, got some extra yards on that.
Absolutely. Now 3rd down and 6 from the spot. Ball is on the Mustang 42-yard line. Got a tray formation on the right side. Kelly in the tight end. They're going to go to Kelly across the middle. Caught. It's going to be about 2 yards short. Kelly just does a little drag route right from that tight end position. 4th down and 2. Ball's on the 46. Friendswood's going to bring in the punting unit. Gurdon stays in there. Saw a little body language of Gurdon. He wasn't thrilled with the call for the sideline, was he?
I think he was wanting to go on that one. Let's keep an eye on Cole Kelly now. Big target, big hands.
Sure.
Got some good speed. He's going to outsize everybody. We mentioned a minute ago. Maybe he'll have a real important part in the game later today.
You know, and this is the right call right here, Coach. 6 minutes left in the quarter. No reason to put your defense in another bad position. Punt the ball down here. Let your defense work for you. Gurdon gets a boomer.
Punt.
That's a boomer. Down to the 18-yard line. It's going to be returned 20, 25. Broke one tackle, 30, 35. Go. No, he's got a seam. 50, 45. He's going to be tackled by Luke Gurdon. That's Gurdon's second tackle of the ball game. We do have some laundry on the field, however. See if we can maybe get a little hold on the return. That's usually the call.
Maybe a block in the back. I'm not sure if I saw one for sure, but I was thinking.
It's about the flag was thrown about where that break was made.
And that their coach is hollering at the official right now. And they're going to back them up.
It is going to go against LaPorte. Again, Gurdon, touchdown saving tackle. Didn't need to, but glad he made it all the same. That will back the Bulldogs up to their own 22-yard line.
We mentioned earlier those penalties that hurt Friendswood last week. That's a killer penalty for LaPorte right there.
Friendswood now comes out in their, well, they're going to have 3 down linemen, a 3-4 set again. They'll mix it up. Coach Bolden's crew, my goodness, nowhere to run. Hit at the line and drove back.
Again, Jackson Stevens coming in there.
He is having a whale of a first quarter. Jackson Stevens has been the first guy in several plays tonight.
He's a hard hitter. He hustles, runs the line to line, hard-hitting linebacker, does a great job in there.
2nd down and 10 now. I mean, they're giving him about a foot gain on that, and I think they're generous. Matthew Reyes and Spiller in at the D-end positions. Got Bubba Farrell in there, I believe. Or is that Jared Yawn in there right now? We'll get that. All kind of movement by the
somebody needs a date
Bulldogs.
For the dance.
We had some shifts, some motion going on, and then someone else got a little cheeky. That is Jared Yawn in there at nose right now for the Mustangs. Got Luke Sanchez and Trey Mapp in at safety in their normal position. Connor Haynes. And then, of course, we mentioned earlier Luke Boone getting the start this evening for Bryant Wade as he is out for this evening's ball game. LaPorte in the gun now, offset back to the right. A little sniffer slot. Quarterback Caper trying to find some room. Got some room. Going to be brought down by Boone. Let's see, is that
it is
Boone?
31, Luke Boone.
Bring up about a 6-7 yard gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Bulldogs. Ball be spotted on their own 26-yard line. 5:05 left here in the first quarter. LaPorte on top of your Mustangs 3-0.
And Luke Boone making his presence felt here. The
Sure
junior
is.
coming in with that nice play to save a touchdown and a tackle right here. So good job, Luke.
Power right formation. Toss back to the right side.
No,
Swarm in
sir.
the backfield.
Elliott Spiller.
Spiller, and then Roney finishes up. Spiller was in there quickly. You know, when he doesn't get double teamed, there's not much one guy can do in that young
There's
man.
not much you can do to block him one-on-one. I think that he was almost surprised how fast he got back there. Great job, Elliott Spiller. You know how hard that young man works each and every week in practice and every game we see it. He's out there. He may not make all the plays, but he is definitely an impact player, whether he's making the play or taking the 2 guys up on the line.
4th down and 8 now for the LaPorte Bulldogs. They will be punting. Connor Haynes stands on his own 45-yard line. That's exactly why Friendswood punted that last drive. Let the defense do the work. Another short kick. Haynes comes up. Got it. 50. Got some room. 40. Go, son. 30. 25. Got one man to beat. He cannot beat him. 20-yard line. Connor Haynes caught that ball, and his Jets were already smoking on that one.
Yeah, he caught that on
My
that
goodness.
Not a great kick by LaPorte. It was low. It was fast. Got to him quick, almost like a spiral pass.
That's a return man's dream right there.
Absolutely. And they set the wall up great for that left side. He just ran down there. Great field position for the Mustangs here with 3:55 in the first quarter.
Ball is just at the 20-yard line for the Mustangs, and that's going to give the offense a little confidence right there.
This is a time right here, Kirkwood. I may try for a touchdown right off the first play. Get a big play on the special teams. Maybe try one for the end zone. See if we can score immediately. The kids are fired up. See what we can do.
Well, see what they do. They have Kovacevic in there. Got Johnson, Elizondo, and you got Cole Kelly on the right side all by himself. Palet's in, offsets to Gurdon's right side. Gurdon looking for a strike. He is looking for the end zone.
He is.
Going to throw it in the end
There it
zone.
is.
That is caught. Touchdown. Great call, baby. Matthew Kovacevic with the 6. Gurdon, cool hand, looped in the pocket right there. Had some pressure, didn't fold, unloads a bomb. Kovacevic goes up and get it. And that's 6 on the board for the Mustangs. 3:47 left here in the first. First score of the game, extra point pending.
Sometimes it's nice to be right, Kirk. Sometimes it's nice to be right.
You ever thought about coaching? Oh, that's it. Mueller on the kick. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. Your Friendswood Mustangs are on top now, 7-3. 3:47 left here in the first quarter. We're going to go down to Cody if we can find him. Cody, are you down there?
Hello?
Cody, hey, I can hear you. Hey, where are you at, Cody?
I'm down on the field. I'm with Blue Crew Captain Kenyon Moore. I have some questions to ask him.
All right, talk to him. We're ready. We're ready.
Okay, so what does Blue Crew mean to you?
Blue Crew to me is like my second job outside of school. Well, actually third, because I actually run cross country. I treat the team like they're my own family. Like, I make sure they're doing everything that they need to be doing in order to keep the football team like hyped during the game and keep the student section hyped at the same time, like just kind of balance it out.
So how is the student section right now?
The student section is honestly better than I thought. It's honestly like they don't need us up there. They're doing it all on their own, and I'm actually really proud of them.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Cody. Great job. We'll come back to you shortly. We are ready to kick this thing off again. 3:47 left here. Little fake reverse this time for the Bulldogs. Oh, nice shot. Number 21, Caden Wilburn. Beautiful special teams work by Wilburn. He's still fired up. You love to see that right there.
Well, you like to see kids make a big play.
Oh,
come out
yeah.
and go, get excited about it. Great interview, by the way, by Cody, by Kenyon Morgan. His brother, Caden Morgan, is a special athlete on the well on the JV Blue team, running back. Super fast kid. I know his mom and dad, good family.
Now, that was outstanding. We appreciate hearing him and all he does. The Blue Crew is phenomenal. Been doing this for years. And more importantly, Cody, great job down there.
Great job.
Crystal clear. Laporte comes out, twin formation. Power formation on the left side. Friendswood back there quick. Nice run, though. Going to be about a 5-yard gain. The Friendswood defenders just ran past the running back. They got there so quick, didn't realize the ball was getting handed off. It's going to be a 7-yard gain, bring up 2nd down and 3.
And, you know, on those handoff options, the end's job is to come around, and he's got to take the quarterback. If the quarterback hands it off, he still has to stick with the quarterback, so in case the next time he doesn't hand it off, he's got those responsibilities and those lanes he has to stay with. And Nick Abell did a great job. He didn't make
Sure
the play,
did.
but he's got to stay with the quarterback on those.
Friendswood staying that 3-4. Roney on the blitz. No, got him down. It's not Roney. That's going to be, I'm going to get that. Was that Abell or Stevens? I apologize. Or it might have been Helton. Roney's coming in for the left side. No, that's going to be Abell on the sack. I'm going to give that man credit. He came out. He looked a little Dane Roney-ish, though. We've seen Roney do it all the time. Roney on the left side got blocked. Abell untouched from the blind side. 3rd down and 4, and that Laporte left tackle is getting a little skittish. And the pass is going to be caught. Oh, there he goes. 45, 50 down to the 40-yard line.
The official's down, Kirk. He was run over or something. They're hollering for the training staff to come out and get the official, middle of the field.
We do have a man down. It is an official.
Man.
We're going to take a quick break right here and get this sorted out. We'll be right back here. 2:23 left here in the quarter. First quarter. It's Friendswood 7, Laporte 3. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
With 7 locations to serve you, including 2 in Friendswood at FM 528 and Bay Area Boulevard and on South Friendswood Drive, Hometown Bank is your community bank with hometown pride. They are locally owned and operated, which means customers come first, and they work hard to make Friendswood a great place to live by sponsoring local events and charities that further serve the community we share. Their personable staff will make you feel at home right from the start. Do you like your bank? You should. Maybe it's time to learn the community bank difference. Visit Hometown Bank on the web at htbna.bank. Member FDIC.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Henry Winston, where the score is 7 for the Friendswood Mustangs, 3 for LaPorte. 2:23 left in the first quarter. We had an official go down with some contact, and he's back up there, Coach. What? He's a trooper.
He is. Give him a uniform. Good job.
I tell you what, yeah. I mean, God bless that man.
Sometimes you just can't get out of the way. These
Oh,
kids
no,
look
right.
big, they're fast, they're not watching where they're going, they're looking for the ball. Sometimes that just happens.
So 2:23 left here in the first quarter. LaPorte's ball, 1st and 10 from the Friendswood 37-yard line. Right formation. Tight end streaks across the middle. Quarterback done it throw all the way to the end zone. That ball, oh my goodness, that is caught for a touchdown. Great catch.
Great catch.
That's going to be, let me get the number, that is Elijah George for LaPorte. That was D1 level catch right there, Coach. Boone was in great coverage. Could have had better coverage on him. Goes up, throws his hands right between Boone's shoulder pads, and somehow comes up with that football.
And the concentration they have to have for that ball coming up. He caught that in the air. That was an amazing catch. Good job for him.
Extra point for LaPorte is up and good. It is now LaPorte 10, Friendswood 7. And Cody, we can come back to you here for just a second. Cody, you still there? Hey, where are you at right now, Cody? Oh, Cody, you still there? Yeah, we got you loud and clear. Well, we're Cody kind of breaking up on me there. Hey, we're going to come back to you shortly, Cody. Well, I apologize for that, but we're going to get right back to you.
Want to give Miss Ashley Naylor a shout out here. She says, awesome go. Yay, Mustangs on the live chat. Ashley's done a lot of work at FISD. She's been a substitute teacher. I know she subbed for me many times back in math. Great young lady. Got kids that go to the Friendswood Junior High and High School. So thank you, Ashley Naylor, for listening in. We appreciate the support.
Absolutely. We appreciate all the listeners. Also got another one, a local listener, Tracy Lowe, listening this evening, I heard. Guess nothing's on television at the house. 10-7 LaPorte, 2:07 left here in the first quarter. Ball's going back. Oh, it's going to be brought back to the 10, 20.
Oh, he breaks through.
Oh, no, one man to beat, couldn't do it. That's Cooksey, I believe, on the return. And just could not get past that last one.
No,
but
I think
great.
it was 14 Trey Mapp.
Oh, that is 14. I'm sorry, that is Mapp.
Yes, sir.
I saw a 1 in the front because Cooksey returned the last one. Trey Mapp. Great return.
He beats one man. That's 6.
Yes. Nice return, though. It's going to be the ball will be brought to the Friendswood 26-yard line. He caught that one about 2 or 3 yards deep in the end zone. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. 10-7 Bulldogs. Trips formation for your Mustangs. Single receiver to the right side. Again, Friendswood moving right to left on your computer monitor. Offset back. It's going to be Payless off to the right side. Nice little run for about 4.
Yeah, he puts his hand on the back of 66. Jackson Nebachek and just rides him through that line. Good job of finding the holes there. And again, we mention every week, the line is one of these groups that are years. They're good on their years as far as juniors and seniors. They don't have a lot of snaps.
Right.
And every game they get better. They see the reads of the defense. They're cutting when they need to cut. They pull. They're doing a great job trying to open up some holes for the running backs.
Absolutely doing a great job. Twin formation to both sides. Both receivers stacked. Palis, right side, cuts it back. The ball's loose. The ball is loose. It was recovered by the Mustangs. Palis got his own ball back.
It looked like it bounced off a LaPorte player to me and landed right back
Right.
in Gurdon. And I can't spit it out. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Right
We're
back
here
in-
again. We're not going anywhere. You
right
whenever
back
you're
in
ready.
Palis' hands.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
absolutely.
I get too excited.
3rd down and 5 now for the Mustangs.
Looks like Tomko's in now as a running back.
Tomko's coming in. McCabe's back in the game as well, along with Dawson Johnson, Elizondo, Johnson, McCabe, Elizondo on the right side. Cole Kelly tight to the left. Tomko is the back, staying back to block. Got a man caught. Johnson right across the middle. Just a little drag route. It's going to be enough for a first down. Dawson Johnson breathe the 42-yard line of the Mustangs. New set of downs now for the Mustangs. Under a minute here left in the first quarter. Friendswood down 3.
Nice catch by Dawson Johnson. Just a good, hard-working young man. Maybe undersized, but he works so hard. He plays way bigger than he is. He's been working on his body, getting stronger, faster. Great kid. Good family. Works hard. Good for
Twin
him.
formation to both sides. Tomko rolls his right, stays in the block. Garden back to pass. Oh, he tried to force that one in. Looked like he was looking for, that might be Elizondo, and
It is number 15.
yeah,
Patrick
Elizondo, and little double covers there. Was good coverage that time by the Bulldogs secondary.
It was. Looked like they had both an up and an under on Elizondo on that one. I don't know if that would have gone through.
Bring up a 2nd down and 10 now for the Mustangs. Kelly comes out. Going to be replaced by Kovacevic. Tomko still in there at tailback, offset the Garden's left side. Ball's on the Mustang 42-yard line. And Garden goes nowhere because the flag was thrown at the snap. I mean, you're going to have a false start for the Mustangs.
We mentioned some last week. How about the penalties that put us back? We don't need to have those. We need to avoid those as much as possible. It sounds pretty easy up here in the booth.
Yes, it does.
But when you're down there trying to stay in those positions, especially those front linemen, got to stay down in that stance. It's very tough on those guys.
2nd down and 15 now. Ball is on the Mustang 37-yard line. Again, 21 seconds left here in the first quarter. Trips formation on the left side. Tied into the right. Tomko offset to Garden's right. Tomko out to pass. Garden. Oh, goodness gracious. Look for Johnson over the middle. Johnson is blown up by a defense. It's about a linebacker there. He took a hit.
That one. He sure did.
And did not catch it.
He didn't even see the guy coming.
No.
I don't believe, Kirk. He didn't see him now.
Well, and Coach Cooten was looking for a, that's one of those, nowadays, those are the tough ones now.
Mm-hmm.
You get a receiver who's unprotected, hands are up. And Johnson just got the wind knocked out of him right there. 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break and try to come right back here on MCS Sports.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba, please be done. Over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Henry Winston. Johnson's good to go. Comes back, gets a little breather, and we are back to 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. 10-7 Bulldogs. Kind of silenced the crowd here a little bit, though.
That was a big hit. But like I mentioned a minute ago, Dawson's a hard-working kid. He's
Sure.
bulked up. He's worked on his body, been working out. You can tell by looking at him. He's going to be all right. Probably knock the wind out of him. He'll be back.
3rd down and 15 now for the Mustangs. Empty backfield for Garden. Trips formation on the left side. Twins to the right. Garden back to pass. Got a man. It's caught to Tomko. Going to be about 6 yards short, though, of that first down, but nice yardage all the same.
A nice little drop there for Garden. Hit the pass. Like you said, a little short. At the end of the quarter here, we're going to see what. Yep, 7-10, end of the quarter.
Well, we can try to go down to Cody again. It's the quarter. Cody, are you there?
Hey, Cody. Hey, we got you. Where are you right now? Cody, you're breaking up again. I apologize for that. We'll see if we can't get that straightened out. It must be our line of sight somewhere with you, but we're going to get that straightened out. The first quarter score is Friendswood 10, Friendswood 7, LaPorte 10. Friendswood is at 4th down and 6 now for the Mustangs. They will be kicking this ball from their own 46-yard line. LaPorte's receiver will be back about their own 20-yard line.
Gurdon had a good punt the last time. Let's try to get these guys pinned back on. And make a big play, make a pick six or a good stop or some sacks, something that the defense can help us out.
Gurdon, nice high kick. It's going to be fair caught at the 16-yard line of LaPorte. A beautiful kick that time by Luke Gurdon. He's had a nice season of punting. You know, as much as you want to say, you don't want to ever see him punt if you don't have to, but it's nice to know, though, that he's got a nice leg. And, again, it goes without saying, it's so great to have your quarterback as your punter. So many options if you might need that later this year. LaPorte will start this drive again on their own. They're going to do it on the 17-yard line, up 10-7, just underway in the second quarter. LaPorte's going to do that traditional left tight formation, receiver in motion, fullback. They're going to have some movement.
Movement, yep.
Going to back them up 5. They'll start this drive from their own 12-yard line.
Yeah, again, so hard for those guys to stay down there. Look like 66 on LaPorte, a little movement there. And, of course, the Friendswood guys were all pointing to him as soon as he moved.
Oh, it doesn't, yeah. That doesn't take long at all.
He did it. All right, LaPorte with the ball there on their own 11. Doubles to the right side. Again, traditional fullback, running back, up the gut. Gains a couple yards, taken down again by Jackson Stevens. Danioni trying to get in there, make the stop. 2nd and 15, 11:36 and counting here in the second quarter. LaPorte huddling. It's like it's back to 1985. Kind of a fun sight to see. So now they're twin receivers to the left, again fullback and running back. Hand off the running back. Number 8 gets to the line a little bit. Connor Haynes, number 5, makes the stop. Number 8 just kind of jumped through there. Cooper Upshaw on the carry. It's now about 3rd and 12.
10:53 left here again. 3rd down and now going to say 3rd down and 9 for the Bulldogs. Friendswood needs to get a good stop right here, get this thing back in their own field position, get the offense back on the field, get that confidence going here before this half. Single receiver to both sides, tight ends to the right. Motion man comes across. Back to pass, going to throw it up top, got a man. That is... that is caught.
Catch. What a catch.
Tyron Matthews. Thompson threw it up there. Matthews looks over his right shoulder, turns back to his left, and then lays out.
Look like he's playing center field trying to catch a high-fly ball.
That's just as good of a catch as the one we saw in the end zone. I mean, these are 2 phenomenal catches.
That was a great catch right there. He had to spin both ways like you mentioned. Gives LaPorte a first on the 44. LaPorte coming out with singles on each side. Top man in motion, number 5 going across from top to bottom on your screen. Handoff number 8. Roney hangs on to him. Jackson Stevens finishes him off. Not before, though, about a 5-yard gain for LaPorte. Looks like it's going to be about 2nd and 5.
Ball is just on the LaPorte side of the 50. Friendswood's defense playing a great game, Coach. Just a couple of outstanding catches.
Those 2 catches really they've obviously made the difference.
That's
again.
it.
Got a touchdown out of one, and then, of course, a big third down conversion.
Here's the running game, and there's nothing doing up there.
Doing.
And they're going to run, and they're going to get a yard loss on this one. Is that defensive line? Again, Spiller in there, Helton. But Spiller's having a great game tonight.
Yeah, and Seth Downs is getting there clogging up the middle.
Downs as well, yes.
And when LaPorte goes that power, they're doing 7 guys on the line. We're only taking 3 to 4 down linemen, so the linebackers have to come and help, and they are doing a great job of getting penetration so they don't get 2 or 3 yards before we make the first initial contact. They got to close that gap. Those linebackers are doing that, and a good job of that.
It is the 3rd down and 7 now for the Bulldogs. Abel still in there at linebacker along with Roney, Stevens, and Helton. Thompson back to pass, going deep.
Oh, that should be
That's
big.
way overthrown.
Yes,
Intercepted. Haynes, 20. Bring it back, young man. Oh, didn't get tripped up. 25. Get a block. 30. 35-yard line. Connor Haynes with the pick. And that was an over-the-shoulder pick. That's not your normal pick right there.
That was a great catch, man. We mentioned a minute ago with Friendswood defense had to come down here, make a stop, get a pick, get a turnover, fumble something. They've done that. Now with 8:25 to go, we get a chance to come down and drive, hopefully take the lead.
Yeah, River Thompson just unloaded that one, and I don't know if he was just reading a route wrong, what happened there, but that was about 10 yards overthrown. Like I said, Haynes had to go back to get that pick. Did a great job of doing it, and a beautiful return by Connor Haynes. 8:25 left here in the first half. Friendswood down 3, balls on their own 38-yard line. Balls on the left hash. Friendswood moving left to right. On your computer monitor, twin formation to the left side. Handoff in the backfield with a little pulling back. That's going to be, we got Tom Coe or Payless back in there. That's Payless back in the ball game right now. The whole left side of the line pulled. A little slow, though, out of the gate. Allow Payless to only get 2 yards on that carry. Brings the ball to the Friendswood 40 now. Johnson just came back in the game. Now he's back out. He and McCabe back out of the ball game. Elizondo in. Cole Kelly in.
Looks like we got double tights with Kovacevic.
We do. Double tight Kovacevic and Kelly. Payless stacked up behind Gurdon. Gurdon hands off Kelly. Kelly block. Little pull right there again. Same play, other side. It brings about 3-yard gain that time. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 4, about a long 3 here for the Mustangs.
This is a big call right here, Kurt.
Well, it's a tough call. Tell me, you got a lot of run options and pass options at 3rd and short.
You do, and you don't want to give up a great opportunity we had with the pick to come down and make some noise right here.
Yeah, need to find a way to pick this first up here. Mustangs twin receivers at both sides. Payless offset to the right. No pass to Payless, caught. 40, 45.
Nice call.
1st down plus. Good job.
Call.
And there was no doubter on that one. Payless squirts out. First thing Gurdon does, takes 2 steps, turns. Little dump. Could have been simpler.
Great call by the coaches. Make a little play there. Lots of green on this side. They were on the far hash. Lots of green on this side, giving Noah some room to run. Good job.
Ball's on the LaPorte side of the field now on their own, on the LaPorte 47-yard line. 1st and 10. 7:08 left here in the first half. Trips to the left. Elizondo to the right. Payless runs to the right. Nowhere to run, but he's going to get about 2 on that one. Good swarm of that LaPorte defense again to bring down Payless. About a 2nd down and 7 now for the Mustangs.
It looked like 22 Lonnie Stark for LaPorte in on there initially, and then Morales 23 helped him clean it up.
Payless in, offset to Gurdon's left side. Twin receivers to the left, twin receivers to the right. Ball squirts to the middle. That's complete to McCabe for a 1st down. Down to the 35-yard line.
That was a nice route by John McCabe. He looked like he went up the seam, looked like he was going to cut inside. He actually turned, stayed home, little stick route, we call it. Little stick route, got the pass turned upfield, took another couple yards out of that. Good job by him.
And Gurdon, nice pass. He kind of threaded that one in there.
He had to zip it in so nobody else could get it. Good job.
Trips to the right side. Tomko off to the right, caught out of the backfield. 35.
Nice block.
Down to still on his feet. Tomko, way to stay alive. Ball's down to 27. He was jammed in about the 30-yard line. Squirts out for 3 more. Not quite a first. But puts you in about a 3rd and 2 now.
I've been really impressed as I see these first 3 games, Kirk. I know Coach Rohr, who takes care of the receivers, these guys continue to block through the whole play.
Sure.
You can sit there and watch it. Most people in the crowd aren't watching, I guess, receiver when he's blocking, but we're up here seeing it. They're blocking and through the whistle, and they do a great job of doing that. It gets those extra yards. We talk about Dawson Johnson doing it, Cole Kelly right there, John McCabe. Great job by those receivers, keeping that block engaged, giving Tomka a little extra room, a couple extra yards. Every little bit counts.
Absolutely. Second down and 2. We're going to have a timeout here for the Mustangs. See if we can go down to Cody. Cody, can you hear me right now?
Can you hear me?
Absolutely, Cody. You look great. You got anybody for us right now? You just walked past a girl with pink hair.
Yeah, I did. I'm down here on the turf, and it is hot out here, I tell you. It's hot.
It looks like it's a little hot. Is it cooling off at all? With the
a little bit when the sun came down, but hot. They got to stay hydrated, and that's why they go through conditioning at practice.
Absolutely, Cody. You made a good call there. I see you're standing right there by the water machine, too. That's a smart move on your part.
Exactly.
Now, Cody, let me ask you a quick question. What is the deal with the girl standing next to you with the pink hair?
This is Erica, and she's in MCS with us, and she's just a good friend.
Well, first of all, tell Erica her hair looks a lot better than yours.
They said my hair or your hair looks a lot better than mine.
Thank you.
Erica is in the spirit.
Really rough the headband look. So.
Erica, tell her Erica's doing a great job. Thank you so much, Cody. Again, we're back to live action here. Friendswood 2nd and 2. Garden back to pass. Going deep in the end zone, looking for Palitz. That ball is out of bounds. Caught, but out of bounds. Just led him a little too far to the right. Oh, goodness. Great coverage that time, too, though, for Laporte, which is kind of how Palitz ended up out of bounds. Really nowhere for him to go.
That was a great attempt. And I know, again, people don't actually see this, but when the O-line is blocking and then Garden rolls out, they can't stop blocking. 71, Daniel Goolsby turned around again and blocked another guy to give Garden extra time to make the little pass outside. So great job by Daniel and those offensive linemen.
Absolutely. 3rd and 2 now for the Mustangs. 5:21 left here in the first half. Mustangs trying to get on this board one more time here in the first half. Tomko goes out wide to the left all by his lonesome. Garden on the caper up the middle. Now it's going to be about a yard short. Gets 1, needed 2. Laporte was not fooled. And we are going to, well, I see Roney in the game. That means short yardage. We're going for this thing here. 4th down and 1.
And they tried to pull the 2 line on that. They tried to pull Goolsby and Nemechek to get through. Like I said, just barely got tripped up by Gardner. He might have had some extra green to run on.
Well, big play here for the Mustangs.
Got to stay still, boys.
It is 4th and 1. Roney into the block. Garden under center. Garden hands it to Roney. That's going to be a first down and then some.
More.
He hasn't gone down yet. There it is. Finally, it took 10 to bring him down. and the 11th just didn't want any part of it.
Well, that's just a quick up-back handoff. He's already there, almost the line of scrimmage. Roney's such a big, strong guy. Keep those feet churning. Got one and then some.
My goodness, I tell you what, as good a defender as Roney is, I like his offensive highlights just as much.
He has had a great year offensively, too.
First down and 10 now for the Mustangs. Keep that man fresh. You're going to need him again here in about 20-something yards. The ball is on the 21. Garden back to pass. Good blocking. Got a man caught. Beautiful catch that time. Was that Dawson Johnson? Dawson Johnson. That a way to come back from earlier, young man. Wow, he goes up and gets it. And I do see another Dane Roney sighting along with Trey Mapp. You think Mapp wants the ball too?
I think so. Oh, and Matthew Ray is in there on offense.
Oh, my goodness gracious. What are these coaches cooking up? Roney right behind Garden. Garden hands it off. Roney.
Again.
Roney, is he in? Just give him the signal. Yes. It's 6. There it is. 13-10. Dane Roney might be leading the team in touchdowns.
Well, he's got 3.
Might be leading the team in touchdowns.
Well, again, it's that up-back handoff. As strong as these guys are up front, and with Dane running to turn those legs, that's almost a 1 yard or 2 yard every time. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Dane Roney, the touchdown machine. 13 for the Mustangs. Extra point pending. Oh, kicker, little antsy. No call. Gets his foot under it. It is good. Friendswood on top of the Porte Bulldogs. 14-10. My goodness. Cody, what do you think down there? How did it look from your vantage point?
I was right in front of you.
That's what I saw. You're right there.
That was great.
That was exciting, but I know for you it had to be a bigger thrill. You were right down there.
I was.
That was nice. You and your pink-haired friend. I love it. Hey, how the fans sound down there? Because we don't hear as much up here in the booth.
They sound great.
Awesome.
The band sounds great. Everyone's comes together on a Friday night to support the Friendswood Mustangs, so it's great.
Well, I'll tell you what, Cody, next time we go down to you, I want you, of course, we'll grab you for Coach Koopman and get a couple words for him for the first half, and we're going to shoot it down to you in 3:44. It's almost halftime.
Yes, it is.
Cody, you sound good. Keep it up. Again, that's Cody Hobbs down there.
And Cody, you got a shout out here by Miss Rhonda Ray. She says, "Great job, Cody. We're proud of you."
Oh my
son.
goodness! A shout out from the from the YouTube land. I love it. Kickoff is going to go deep into the end zone. Oh, wow. It just set on that end line, so close to having to be returned, but it will come out to the 25. And again, that's what high school football coach is all about. You've got a beautiful, we got the moon on there.
On the big screen.
In that red moon, we've got just great fullback action from Dane Roney. We've got the top high school sideline reporter in the state of Texas in Cody Hawes. I don't know what else you want. If you're not listening to MCS, if you are listening, get those that are not to listen because they don't know what they're missing.
It's a great atmosphere here at Henry Winston Stadium. It's a great night. We need a big stop here by Friendswood defense.
First play caught. And that's going to be enough for a LaPorte first down. Again, in LaPorte, they've got a receiving crew. That's Teron Matthews again. Those guys make the difficult catches and they make the easy ones as well. 3:36 and counting. LaPorte ball on their own 40-yard line.
Just a simple little catch and pitch, little simple in slant route. He just come around, made the slant. Ball's right there. He probably threw it before he even made the cut, so it's right there, catch, and he's got him on the run.
Again, you've got LaPorte. LaPorte put 42 on Clearbrook 2 weeks ago, the same Clearbrook team that we scored 19 against. This team can score. Who made that? That was a tackle for a loss right there.
That was Spiller and Aboud.
Spiller and Aboud, that right side.
That play was going there. They sniffed out now like Toucan Sam. Loss of 4 on that. It's going to be 2nd and 14 with 3 minutes to go. Be nice to get a stop right here.
Absolutely.
Try to get one more score if we can squeeze one out.
Clock is running just under 3. Twin backs in the backfield. Caught on the left side. Oh, nice move. 45-50. That's going to be just enough for a first down. There's Elijah George. Just made a nice move and nice cut up.
Yeah, you got to make those tackles out in space like that when the DBs, the corners out there. You got to make those tackles in one-on-one. That's a tough thing to ask for, but that's what the plays are for. Got to make those.
First down and 10 now for the Bulldogs just inside Friendswood territory. .49-yard line. Friendswood defense needs to stiffen up right here. Don't want to give up anything else. Handoff up the middle. Blasted by Ryan Helton. Driven back. He'll get about a half a yard gain. Ryan Helton just blew him up. That was Cooper Upshaw with the football. That looked like the old Oklahoma drill. Man to man, and Helton wins.
Helton wins. He was in there, and he gave him the old no, sir, when he got, he got finished.
1:37 and counting here in the first half. Thompson back to pass. Got a man caught. Little tight end outside to the left side. Going to be swarmed down. They're going to give him some. They're going to say the progress went to the 42-yard line. That was number 86, Champion Trailer. Nice name, Champion.
With this being 3rd and 3 with a minute left to go, it's a big call here for LaPorte.
Ball is spotted on the Friendswood 42-yard line. Tied into the left side. Pitch to the left side. Cuts upside. Oh, man, he's going to be brought down.
Did not make it. Look from the spot. It doesn't look like he made it.
Sanchez came up, made that first hit. He is going to be short, Coach, about a yard. 43 seconds left. Fans screaming for that defense. We'll see what we have here. Ball is spotted on the 40-yard line. Laporte taking a lot of time here with the clock winding down. They're just going to let it run down and then punt this thing away, it looks like.
The difference of about 9 seconds from the play clock to the
That is what they're going to do.
To the game clock, yep. Yeah, with 9 seconds left, they call a timeout.
There is their timeout again. He says, Coach Fritz said 9 on the clock. We'll see if Laporte just takes a shot at it, or they're going to go ahead and just punt this thing away and finish this half only down 4 points. Again, we talked about this earlier. You know, Friendswood's played Laporte the last 2 years, had great success against Laporte the last 2 years. This year, new coach comes over from Springs, defensive coordinator, held Clearbrook to 10. We held Clearbrook to 7. Other side, though, their offense scores 42 against Clearbrook. We scored 19. That's why it was an interesting matchup tonight to see, you know, how these teams go against each other. Great test for Friendswood, though, before the off week, and they're getting that District 10 5A schedule.
And Laporte's got 2 talented receivers who makes amazing catches.
Absolutely.
And are quick on their feet, good routes that they run. So they got 2 good guys that will give us a good test.
Looks like Thompson is in the game, so they're going to try to go up top. And again, as you said, they've got the guys that can catch it, and both of them are sitting up there on that right side. Tight end offset to the left. Thompson under center, not back in the gun. Have George and Matthews. And now
Friendswood's going to talk it over.
Coach Bolden says, let me take a look at this. I've seen the formation.
Let me make sure my guys know what we're doing here.
Again, you've got 2 good receivers in Matthews and George off to that right side. You know, think of Laporte going to take 1 shot here. You know, put him back, put Thompson back, let him run off about 4 or 5 seconds, then unload one, give it a shot because at the end of the day, I got to be honest with you, they got a good chance right there putting those guys up.
They do. But the pass has got to be in the end zone. He's got to make it a shot with the end zone. He can't throw it too short because there's not going to be enough time to do anything after that, I'm afraid. And, you know, the last year, Friendswood really came out strong against Laporte. First quarter was 7 points, but the second quarter we scored 32 points, going to a 44-7 victory. And again, like you mentioned, new coaching staff, bringing some experience from other areas, from other schools. Katie, you hate to hear that name. That's a name we're familiar with in 6A, aren't we?
And here we go. Laporte comes in, 4th down and 1, 9 on the clock. 14-10 is your score. Friendswood on top. Thompson back to pass, pressured by Spiller. Now he's going to be brought down. Ryan Helton with a sack. Ryan Helton brings him down with 5 seconds on the clock. That play ran 4 seconds off, and that was it. Thompson looking, trying to hit it deep. Just didn't have the time. Spiller was the first guy in, got blocked, but forced Thompson to bring it inside where he did not want to go, and that's where he met Ryan Helton.
The pocket just collapsed on him too quick. The D-line came in, got the linebackers helping out. As I like to say, like a rat on a Cheeto. They were on it.
And Friendswood will take this one to the knee and take this one to the half, leading 14-10. Gurdon takes that knee. And we will be joined right now, just a second, by Coach Koopman on the way out. Cody Hobbs is going to grab him before we start our halftime show. The halftime show, of course, is always brought to you by Hometown Bank. We'll have some stats. We'll have some interviews. I know we have one interview with City Councilman John Scott. And you never know what else we will do. Cody, can you hear me okay?
Hello?
Hey, there we are, Cody. We're making sure we can hear you.
I can hear you.
All right, see Coach Koopman. We'll let you say a word or two, Coach Koopman, and then we'll see what he has to say about that first half.
Yes, sir. I'm with Coach Koopman of the Friendswood Mustangs. How was that first half? It's like a 4-point game.
Yeah, it is. We knew it was going to be a hard fought. They're much improved, and our kids are battling, and we're lucky to be ahead at halftime. We're excited about being ahead.
What is your game plan for the second half of this game?
We want our defense to keep playing the same, and we need to establish the run game a little bit better.
Thank you. Good luck.
Again, that was Coach Robert Koopman with Cody Hobbs on the field. We'll be right back here on the Hometown Bank of Friendswood halftime show.
When danger is imminent, will you be prepared? Now many mobile devices can bring you critical information from local sources you trust. With the unique sound and vibration, wireless emergency alerts keep you in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the whoops. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Jill, why don't you tell the class what you did this weekend?
Well, my dad and I went in search of some magical minnows and found a zillion of them in the stream from our lookout rock. Then my sister and I escaped from an evil slug king and went back to my super twig fort for safety. Then we told stories till it got dark, and the Big Dipper led us all the way home.
Wow. Where were you, Jill?
We went to the forest. It's not that far away.
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me, I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm your host, Smokey Cole Bear, filling in for Smokey because after 75 years of...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Turns out there's much more to say. Nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by us humans being careless, dumping our used barbecue coals willy-nilly. Guess the song was wrong. We did start the fire. That's why I respect Mother Nature and her trees, whether coniferous or new car scented. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
With 7 locations to serve you, including 2 in Friendswood at FM 528 and Bay Area Boulevard and on South Friendswood Drive, Hometown Bank is your community bank with hometown pride. They are locally owned and operated, which means customers come first, and they work hard to make Friendswood a great place to live by sponsoring local events and charities that further serve the community we share. Their personable staff will make you feel at home right from the start. Do you like your bank? You should. Maybe it's time to learn the community bank difference. Visit Hometown Bank on the web at htbna.bank. Member FDIC. Have you been dreaming of a home renovation? Are you looking to purchase a home? Is it time to refinance? With money to loan and the will to help, the best place to borrow is right at home. At Hometown Bank, dreams are built one family at a time. Stop in to see one of their experienced loan officers today. Hometown Bank is your local bank with deep roots in our community. With big league resources and services, that strength is used for local families and businesses. Come see how being local makes a big difference in banking at Hometown Bank. Visit Facebook, Twitter, or htbna.bank for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Now, the power to protect your Hometown Bank debit cards is in your hands. Left the store without your card? Just lock it until you get it back. Shopping around the neighborhood? Set the debit card to work only where you are. Providing a debit card to your college-bound child? Receive alerts and monitor their spending. It's simple and easy, and you're in charge. Hometown Bank prides itself on bringing your hometown banking with the best technology has to offer. Consider it the best of both worlds, merging personal service with unparalleled convenience. From internet banking to personal banking, We keep our traditions alive while looking to the future. Have you heard about Pop Money? It's the easy way to pay family, friends, and more. And you can do it right from your smartphone. You can transfer phones from your account to another just by using their email address or mobile number. Fees apply. For more information, go to htbna.bank and sign up today. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. Member FDIC.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Henry Winston, where the halftime score is your Friendswood Mustangs 14, the Porte Bulldogs 10. This game has gone kind of like we thought it would go, and we thought it'd be a good battle on both sides. You know, two quality teams going at it, getting ready for district play, and so far that's what we have. We've seen a couple of outstanding plays on both sides, and cannot wait for the second half. And I know someone else that cannot wait for the second half is my halftime guest tonight. You know, you don't get much bluer Friendswood style than this guy right here, an alumnus, a former player here at Henry Winston, a current resident and city councilman, none other than the famous, I almost said infamous, but that doesn't sound good, John Scott. Mr. Scott, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Don't oversell it.
Oh, I mean, I started running out of superlatives. I wasn't sure where I was going to go after that. You know, John, I know obviously you would be here no matter who was on the field for Friendswood, you know, die hard through and through. But it's special to see some of these kids out on the field who you've coached over the years.
Yeah, it's always good to come back. You know, you just watch them grow up, and you know, when your son grows up, you're so caught up in what's going on with those kids and that team, and you know, you've invested so much in them, and then you know, it's different to come back and watch kids that you coached, you know, when you didn't have a kid involved in the program. Sure. And you know, this group of seniors for the Mustangs is really, really special to me. It was the last Stifa Super Bowl champion team that I coached. A lot of the kids in my son's class would argue, but I'll tell them that was the best group of kids that I coached. They were all very, very coachable. They did everything you asked of them. They, you know, the typical Friendswood kid, they're going to work as hard as anybody you'll see. They'll do, you know, everything you ask them to do. That's the beauty about the Friendswood kids is, you know, whatever you give them and push them, they will allow you to push them. They want to be pushed, and it's just fun to watch them grow up. And, you know, so many of the kids on this team that I coach now is, you know, you saw it when they were, you know, 12-year-old sixth graders. They had it in them. They had a desire to succeed and to work hard and to get to where they are now. Is, you know, it's just a joy to watch, and means a lot to me, and I get proud every time I see them.
Sure, no, absolutely. That's the beauty of coaching youth sports, is a chance to see those kids develop and get to the point where they do want to be. And of course, you know, when those guys were sixth graders and younger, you know, they all had dreams of playing out here on this field, and know that you had a small part in that is I know it's a source of pride for you, as all the other coaches that have worked in those organizations through the years. John, is there a player or two that maybe in your mind, maybe, you know, not surprised at where they went to, but, you know, seeing maybe more improvement than maybe you even saw back when they were younger?
Well, you know, I mean, again, the thing that I looked for as a coach was, you know, was the kid willing to learn? Did the kid want it? Right. So, you know, not necessarily the most talented kid that you coached, but the kid that had the desire. Sure. And, you know, you look at a kid like Dawson Johnson, and I knew at an early age, when I got Dawson on my team for that senior year, one of his former coaches told me he's either going to knock himself out or knock somebody else out hitting him, because he doesn't know anything but one gear. And, right. And you see it out here. You know, he took a big shot in the first half and bounced right back and went to the sidelines and grabbed his helmet and went right back in. And, that's just the kind of kid he is. But, yeah, I can tell you a funny story. When Dane Roney first played Broncos football, he was 6 years old on a team of 7- and 8-year-olds. You really couldn't tell whether he was walking or rolling when he got out of his mom's car to come to practice. And I just remember him crying every time we ran and every time we did push-ups or sit-ups, and then you see him mature as time goes on. And he played for me then. That team won a Super Bowl, and then I left him to continue coaching my son, and then I got to coach him again his junior and senior year. We got knocked out in the conference finals his junior year, but it's just so much fun to watch them grow and mature and become the young men that they become, and you're not really surprised.
Right.
You can pick them out when you're spending as much time as a coach does with his kids, whether you're in high school or youth or whatever, and so it's this typical Friendswood kid. They're going to give you everything they have.
Oh yeah.
They're going to try and try and try and try, and they have no quit in them. And it's it's a joy to be around the kids like that. It's a joy to be in a community like this where the parents have expectations of their children, and the bar is set high, and there's a lot of pressure that comes with that, and the Friendswood kid is up to that pressure, and that's what you see.
No doubt about it. I mean, you were mentioning Dawson Johnson. I will just say this. We made that same comment earlier. He takes the shot. He goes off, comes back, makes a heck of a catch down here to put him down to the one when, of course, they bring in the touchdown machine, Dane Roney, who I think unofficially in my stat book might be leading the team in touchdowns this season.
Wouldn't surprise me a bit.
With about an average of about a yard and a half carry. But, I mean, it's just so fun to watch. And you're right, though, being in Friendswood as long as I have, which is not, touching your time here, year after year, from the time that we first moved here 26 years ago to now, it's just that Friendswood mentality. You're very rarely going to have the most talented or the most D1 or whatever you want to call it look, but you're going to have the hardest working kids out there, and you're always going to be in a ball game. You take last year's team versus Shadow Creek. Shadow Creek losing the state finals, toughest game they had all season was right there at the Friendswood.
That's right.
Right here on this field. So
that's right. And Terry or Foster as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Foster as well. Gave them all they could handle, and
yeah.
That's what you get, and that's that's the culture of the school district. That's the culture of the community, and it shows everywhere. There's competition, and it's a joy to be a part of a community like this, and it's just a great culture, and I look forward to to watching it continue to flourish. I think there's kids in the freshman class that I coached, so I still got a ways to go.
Excellent. Well, I tell you what, that's good. I've at least got 3 more years with you at halftime. We can come in and talk about some of these players. So, on the non-football side of things, city. I know you guys are always busy on council doing it. We right now the city we got a lot of commercial buildings going up a certain area. I mean, all kind of things going on. Tell us a little bit about what you got going on that maybe people don't know about.
Well, there's, obviously this time of year, every year is the budget cycle. So the budget's been proposed to council, and the tax rate was voted on at last Monday's meeting, and so there'll be a public hearing for the tax. So if you don't like the tax rate that's being suggested, then I would recommend that you go to City Council and voice your displeasure. I will say on a different note that the city of Friendswood, the city staff do such a phenomenal job of managing funds. It's unbelievable to me. And I was talking to a friend of mine a while back who doesn't live here anymore, and 5 of the 8 budget cycles that I sat in on, we've adopted the effective tax rate or a less than effective tax rate, which means we did not increase spending and actually reduce spending 5 of the 8 years that I've been on city council. Well, anybody that has a job expects a cost of living raise of at least 2% or 3%. And so our city staff has been able to give those kind of merit increases to its employees while not increasing the tax rate or increasing spending. So, this year we have some different obstacles, different hurdles with fire and EMS stuff becoming more more of a full-time gig to keep up with our growing community. So the tax rate that was proposed is higher than the effective tax rate. And again, if you don't want to see your tax rate go up, then go to City Hall and oppose it. But city staff is just it really is amazing.
Right.
Another thing that's coming up in November, there's going to be a bond election. So the city's got some issues to go out for bonds. The biggest one on the ballot will be for drainage and flood control. I think it's really, really important that we have the funding necessary to join other communities to get some much needed drainage relief in our community. And Hurricane Harvey was 2 years ago, and it's just amazing. It's you tend to forget pretty quickly, as things go on. People get their lives back together. Right. People get, here it is football season. Nobody in the stadium today is thinking about what happened 2 years ago, right? It just it slips your mind and you move on, and that's the way it goes. But so there's a bond election for drainage remediation and help, and there's one for senior activity buildings, civic building. There's some for road improvements, some for some park improvements. So, it's coming. I'm always kind of taken aback at, a community of 40,000 people. You're lucky if you get 3,500 to vote. So I would suggest to everyone to, stay involved and get to the ballot box and voice your either approval or disapproval of what's going on.
It's funny because it seems like there's always more people who complain than actually come out and vote. But I guess that's just the way we.
It is, and that, and that's okay. That's part of it, and it's really an honor, and it's really humbling to serve in a capacity, like on city council or the school board for that fact, where the community basically trusts you to make the right decisions. Right. And so I comment about the city staff, because our city staff gets it. They understand that we're a very fiscally responsible, fiscally conservative community, and they do a great job of managing the funds that they have, and they never complain. I've been there for going on my 9th year now, and city staff never complains. They just say what, if city council gives them a number, they're like, okay, we'll make it work.
Right. Now, I was going to ask you how many years. So this is your 9th year.
Going into my 9th year. Yep.
Okay.
So finishing up my 3rd term, 1 left to go if I run, and then I will be term limited, and that'll be the end of it. So again, it's just it's an honor. Sure. It's humbling. It's a fantastic community. Whether I serve another term or not, right. the honor and pleasure of serving this community that I grew up in, that made me what I am. And you see the kids out on the football field today that they'll look back on their lives, and what they got from this community will be what they become.
Sure.
And so it's just an honor.
No, that's great. And whatever happens next term or even after that, it's you're going to be a tough one to replace. I'll just say that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, let's wrap this up with a little football talk again. This district that Friendswood finds itself in, out of no thanks besides the UIL last year, still looked at as one of the toughest 5A districts, Division I, in the state of Texas. This year, no different than last year. Maybe even tougher.
Yeah.
It's just the same crew of guys. You've got, of course, this year, Foster seems to be a little – forget the records for just a second. Take it all out.
Sure.
Foster, you've got, of course, Shadow Creek. Those two, you can go 1A all day long with those two teams. Hightower is, to me, always been an enigma. I know we got a little crowd mic fan down there. Anyway, they must have heard your interview. We've got Angleton and then Friendswood right there in that mix. And I tell you what, it's just going to be I cannot wait for the next 2 weeks to get this thing kicked off.
Oh yeah, it's it really is a very, 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 very competitive district, at least 1 through 5.
Yeah.
You've got you've got Hightower with the changes that they've made with their head coach. It'll be interesting to see how those kids respond. You know, in the first week, you look up and they get beat by Travis, and I'm like, Travis who?
Right.
And they get beat 35-34, and you think, well, you know, maybe they didn't get it.
Right.
You know, maybe they're still in that, you know, adjustment phase. Well, then the following week, I think Travis beat Foster like a drum.
Right.
And so you're like, wow, well, maybe Travis has got something going on.
Right.
And
Hightower, I think, barely lost to Marshall. Or was
that's right.
It wasn't a score.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's right,
so,
that's right.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
Hightower's always had the athletes.
Yeah.
They've always had the athletes. It's always been a question of whether or not they would be disciplined enough to stick to a game plan. And so they're going to present a big challenge. Angleton's Angleton.
Yes.
Like you said, Shadow Creek's, you know, runner-up state team. Foster shouldn't have lost to them at U of H's home field in the playoffs. That was a very, very tight game and a game that could have gone either way. So 1 through 5 is tough, and they only let 4 of them in.
Yeah, and again, Friendswood was so close last year with a couple of those games, you know, that could have gone either way. And, you know, it's just one of those things where you're just going to have to. And I think, too, last year the pressure, you know, Friendswood had gone 12 straight years in the playoffs.
Correct.
You move down, and everyone just assumes you're 6A to 5A. It's a breeze, you know, for the uneducated fan. But the educated fan knows you went from a good 6A district to a very strong, one of the best in state 5A districts. You didn't take a step down at all.
No, I think if you ask the coaches, and I've heard them make the comment before, they would have rather been in the CCISD district than the district they were in last year.
Yeah.
So, or this year as well. So, you know, I mean, dropping classifications doesn't always mean that you're on your way. So
no, definitely not. Definitely not. So real
big
quick,
adjustment.
Oh no, absolutely. So real quick on this early season, your film. I said you know a lot of the players. You've seen them grow up. You know what they're going to give you. Has anything else kind of stood out to you in this early season, or is this kind of gone as expected for you?
Well, you know, I think they have so many returners on defense. Nothing they do defensively should shock me. Very excited to see Coach Bolden get the chance to step up and be a DC. It doesn't look like he's missed a beat. Picked up right where Coach Crocker left off. So they're so talented on defense. The defense will keep them in every game. Offense, you figured they would have some struggles early. It looks like they're fixing things. Things are getting better. The passing game timing looks a lot better. Of course, any Coach Koopman team is always going to be able to run the GT concept, the power football. They're always good at that. He's really, really good at coaching that scheme with the offensive line, and it's a lot of credit to him and the staff. And I know they'll find a way. They typically do, and they'll be competitive. You know, it's going to be a challenge.
It is going to be a challenge for sure.
You know, and if you look out here at this game, and the first thing that surprised me about this game was Laporte throwing the football. So the guy I was sitting next to said, did they get a new coach or something? Because this isn't Laporte.
Right.
Laporte is always I formation, line up and run you over.
Which they did a little bit.
They do. They still do a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're a different team, and they've done some good. But I think Friendswood will absolutely hold on and pull this thing out in the end and continue to put the throttle down, and I look forward to a great second half.
Absolutely, we do too. And first of all, John, again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for everything you do for the city. Thank you for everything you did for these players. And, thank you for everything you've done ever since I've known you. You've been a great friend and love having you on here. And wish your buddy – Coach Van Meter could have been around, but I know he's watching the Cougars versus Cougars tonight, and I'll be doing the second half myself later.
Yeah, no, he's still trying to learn the air raid offense, so he had to stay home and watch Mike Leach's Washington State team. His golf game's not good enough to stay retired. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get a gig.
And that was John Scott, not me, saying that, and we appreciate all that. John, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, that was
My
John
pleasure.
Scott. Again, we will be right back here on the Hometown Banker Friendswood Halftime Show.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
If you love love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba.
Please be done.
Over and over and over and over and over. Then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
When danger is imminent, will you be prepared? Now many mobile devices can bring you critical information from local sources you trust. With the unique sound and vibration, wireless emergency alerts keep you in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Levy found them.
He seems sorry.
We very clearly told him not to look up there.
I'm honestly impressed that he was able to do it.
Right? What did he balance on that big chair?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he'll just know what his gifts are this year.
I really thought we had hidden them well.
If they can find their presents, they can find a gun. 911, what is your emergency? Every day, 8 kids and teens are unintentionally killed or injured by loaded and unlocked guns. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and End Family Fire.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the whoops. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Jill, why don't you tell the class what you did this weekend?
Well, my dad and I went in search of some magical minnows and found a zillion of them in the stream from our lookout rock. Then my sister and I escaped from an evil slug king and went back to my super twig fort for safety. Then we told stories till it got dark, and the Big Dipper led us all the way home.
Where were you, Jill?
We went to the forest. It's not that far away.
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something. Something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm your host, Smokey Cole Bear. Filling in for Smokey, because after 75 years of...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Turns out there's much more to say. Nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by us humans being careless, dumping our used barbecue coals willy-nilly. Guess the...
With 7 locations to serve you, including 2 in Friendswood at FM 528 and Bay Area Boulevard and on South Friendswood Drive, Hometown Bank is your community bank with hometown pride. They are locally owned and operated, which means customers come first, and they work hard to make Friendswood a great place to live by sponsoring local events and charities that further serve the community we share. Their personable staff will make you feel at home right from the start. Do you like your bank? You should. Maybe it's time to learn the community bank difference. Visit Hometown Bank on the web at htbna.bank. Member FDIC. Now, the power to protect your Hometown Bank debit cards is in your hands. Left the store without your card? Just lock it until you get it back. Shopping around the neighborhood? Set the debit card to work only where you are. Providing a debit card to your college-bound child? Receive alerts and monitor their spending. It's simple and easy, and you're in charge. Hometown Bank prides itself on bringing your hometown banking with the best technology has to offer. Consider it the best of both worlds, merging personal service with unparalleled convenience. From internet banking to personal banking, we keep our traditions alive while looking to the future. Have you heard about Pop Money? It's the easy way to pay family, friends, and more. And you can do it right from your smartphone. You can transfer phones from your account to another, just by using their email address or mobile number. Fees apply. For more information, go to htbna.bank and sign up today. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium. Halftime show is completed. Just getting ready for the second half. Again, I want to thank John Scott for coming in this evening and being our halftime guest. And also, I know we got a little listener in Coach Jamie Crocker. Coach Crocker moved on from Friendswood. Now he's over in, we'll say, greener pastures over Pasadena Memorial. Coach Crocker, a shout out to you. You're always my son's favorite. Miss you, and good luck to you and success over at Pasadena Memorial. I know you're going to get that thing going the right direction. For Friendswood, they are going the right direction as well tonight, up 14-10. We have a little halftime stats here from Coach Fritz, the stat master. Coach, what you got for us this evening?
Well, Luke Gurdon was 7 of 12 for 91 yards, along with being 24 yards and a touchdown. And one interception. I talked to Coach Garcia on the sidelines. He said that interception, that pass was tipped, which made it a little off the trajectory there. Receiving, we've got Noah Pelitz, 1 for 13 yards. Cole Kelly, 1, which I thought he had 2. I could be wrong. Kovacevic. Dawson Johnson had a big catch, 2 big catches, 36 yards for 91 yards total for the team. Rushing, Pelitz is 9 of 36, long of 16, average of 4 yards, and Dunroney 2 of 6, but that one touchdown was a big one for him on that little 1-yard run, total of 47 yards rushing. And we mentioned earlier and some last week about the penalties. Friendswood only has 1 penalty for a loss of 5 yards, so they've been good on the line, not playing undisciplined, so we're proud of them on that. Hopefully we can turn this around and keep the defense. It's been playing great. We mentioned that earlier. Hopefully we can get the offense kind of clicking a little bit more and kind of blow this thing open the second half.
You know, here's a stat for us from the first 2 games of the season. Friendswood came in scoring 7 points in the first quarter, 32 in the second, 6 and 6 in the third and fourth. I thought it interesting that we're kind of a second quarter team. It's going to be interesting tonight. Going to need probably to score a few more than our average because I tell you what, LaPorte, these receivers they have and the offense that they're running, you got to imagine it's going to be tough to keep LaPorte off the board. You know, it's going to be a tough test for our Friendswood defense. 2 quarters left before district play starts. And again, next week, no ball game. Friendswood has the bye week. They will then start district in Texas City 2 weeks from tonight. I believe that will be the 27th of September. Then they will travel to the Rock. We will not travel to the Rock this year. Galveston comes to us in the first game in October, and then you hit the rest of that gauntlet. So get through this one, get this one underway. The kick is underway, and we are ready to go. Get this one under your belt and get ready for district. The kick goes out of the end zone. It'll be brought back to the 25-yard line for Friendswood as they will start their drive from their own 25. Friendswood moving left to right on your computer monitor. Again, just starting the third quarter, Friendswood on top of the LaPorte Bulldogs 14-10.
And interestingly enough, if you look at the total yards, LaPorte had 171 total yards to Friendswood's only 138.
It is interesting, yes.
So we made the most of our opportunities, of course. 3 penalties for LaPorte, and one of those, a very timely penalty, which took a big play for them away.
Yeah. And first play we go. Gurdon, handoff to Pelitz around the right side. Nowhere to run that time. He's actually going to get about a half-yard loss. LaPorte defense does a good job that time. First guy to hit him was number 27, Hunter Anderson. Come up from that safety position. And blew Pelitz up on that right side. Can bring up a second down now and 11. They're going to give him a full 1-yard loss.
A quick shout-out to Tony Ford. She says, go Mustangs and get them Bulldogs. Thank you, Tony, so much for listening. And, again, tell all your friends and family where we're at right here.
Absolutely. Oh, we got a little jumper.
Shouldn't have mentioned the lack of penalties.
We got Kovacevic. He heard you. You jinxed him.
Jinxed him. Sorry about that, Special K. My bad, buddy.
He did jump on that one. So, first play goes for a 1-yard loss. Second play, you can't get it started. You got 5 more tacked on. Now it's going to be a second down and 16 for the Mustangs, going the wrong direction here to start this second half. Twin receivers to the right side, twin receivers to the left, Johnson and Kelly in the slots. Gurdon back to pass. Got Pettis out of the backfield. Oh, it's just dropped. A little short. Pettis had to go down to get it. Wouldn't have gone for much anyways. Laporte read that one well. They're starting to read early on. That play was wide open for Pettis. Just a little quick screen out. Now Laporte sniffed it out pretty well. So it's going to be a tough one. Got to open it up a little bit more, I think, to get that completion. 3rd down and 16 now for your Mustangs. Twin receivers to both sides. Gurdon back to pass. Gurdon still looking. Got a man. It's overthrown. That was in double coverage that time. Coach Koopman looking for a flag. Dawson Johnson had a couple of Bulldogs draped all over him, but no call.
Looked a little early, but we may have a biased opinion on that. Great again blocking by Ron Mitchell, number 70, to give Gurdon a little more chance to get outside the pocket, look around a little bit. So great job of them giving the extra time. And we want to thank John Merritt. He's one of the dads that comes out here. He's a Grayson Merritt's dad and Britton Merritt's dad. Britton's on the he is on the JV Blue. He gives us these stat sheets and numbers nice and big so I can read them at my age. And we want to thank Mr. Merritt for getting these for us each and every Friday night.
Absolutely. Incredible job for sure. I think the Houston Texans would love to get stats quite this good. You know, Mark Vandermeer, he's searching for things, and we've got probably the best one around for sure. That kick goes down to the 27-yard line of LaPorte. Let's go down real quick and see if we can find Cody. I don't know, Cody, where are you at right now? We're looking. We're still looking.
Hello?
Oh, there's Cody. Cody, how are you?
I just came from under the concession stand.
Oh, Cody, hey, I see you right there. Cody, we'll come back down to you shortly. Hang tight there. All right. 1st and 10 now from the 27-yard line of LaPorte. First play handoff. LaPorte has tried to run up the middle many times, and I don't think they've got more than 2 or 3 yards on a carry. That goes for 1.
They have not. Jared Yawn, 64 on the stop, getting in there, making his presence felt. Good job by that young man, 5'10", 225 sophomore.
And you're right. He has done a great job on his own right there. There has just been nowhere to run up the middle for LaPorte.
Right, he's done a great job this year keeping that line, that center line position taken care of when we need, because we lost a couple guys there on that spot.
2nd down and 10 now. LaPorte coming in a little more tight formation. One receiver this time. Thompson hands off to the right side. Helton slipped out of his grasp. Does not slip out of. It was like Sanchez is in there along with Jackson Stevens. About a yard gain on that's going to be a 3rd down and 9 now for the Bulldogs. And there has just been no room to run. We're talking about LaPorte changing things up a little bit with some passing game. There's just no room to run.
There is not. That D-line coming in there, those guys making a good job. This is a big play here. If we can stop them from getting a 1st down, they'll have to punt. We probably get some good field position, try to get a score here.
Again, just underway here in the 3rd quarter, 9:40 and counting on the clock. Friendswood up 14-10. Tight formation on the right side of. Abel got back. Thompson back to pass. Going deep, looking for a man. That's just going to be overthrown.
Oh, they're
no!
Flag
that
on,
was not.
Elijah
George was their intended receiver. That ball's way out of bounds.
How are they throwing a flag on Luke Boone on that one?
That had to be 5 yards over his head at least. They do call a flag on Boone.
Please pick that up.
They're waving it off. They are waving it off. They heard you complain. They do not want the wrath of Josh Fritz.
I don't know about that.
That I believe, in all seriousness, that is the right call. That ball was out of bounds and way over his head.
I believe the receiver's actually out of bounds and the ball even cleared his head, which was 5 or 6 feet over him. Glad they picked that up. Made a mistake, picked it up. Way to go there, Mr. Official, on that one.
We will get a punt from the LaPorte 28-yard line. Connor Haynes back on his own 40. Last time he returned one, had a nice return, a little line drive kick. We'll see if he can get another one. Ooh, Spiller trying to get a block, does not, but gets close. Haynes catches it on 30. Oh, Haynes brought down quickly. That was number 22, Lonnie Stark. Great special teams open field tackle by Mr. Stark. Cody, I see you down there. Cody's by the cheerleaders. Cody, how you doing down there, sir?
Hello?
Hey, Cody, we got you. How are you down there?
I'm doing good. Yeah, the cheerleaders.
I'm sure you are.
I see.
They're loud.
They are loud and proud.
Yeah, they are loud and proud.
You down there by students? How's the student section sounding?
They're sounding really good. They're really loud tonight, which is good.
Yes, that's very good, Cody. We'll come back to you shortly. We're back to live action here. Twin receivers to the right, left side. Elizondo
Veach is in the game.
To the right, Jared Veach. Jared Veach puts his head down. Jared Veach has no fear.
He runs so hard. Keeps those legs turning. We talked about it before. When he gets opportunities in there, he makes the most. Can't have those negative plays. He might get hit early, but he drives those legs, gets a couple extra yards. Great job, young man.
Again, great to see that three-headed monster again. Wow, special guest right here. Just a quick surprise, man, the pink shirt. The man himself, Thad Rohr, Superintendent Deluxe. Great vantage point here. Friendswood up 14-10. Garden back to pass. Having to roll out to his left, still looking. Garden on the move, 40, 45. Trying to get that first. Going to be about a yard short. Well, they're going to keep that clock moving, though, 8:32. Garden did all he could to get that one. Great job of the O-line, especially on this right side to protect that blind side of Luke. Great coverage that time by Laporte.
And on those plays, that coverage is good. He did a good job just kind of tucking and running, making something happen, getting a few yards. Now we got a 4th and 1 here, short yardage situation. It's a good job by him, not just throwing it away.
We'll see if Veach stays in the game. And just 3rd and 1 now for the Mustangs. It's going to be short yardage. You got Roney. You know what's coming.
Yes, sir.
Hand off to Roney. Can he push it? Oh,
That's
Laporte.
gonna be close.
Laporte stuffed this one. He's going to be about a half yard short. We don't see that very often.
Where's the spot? That's going to be the key right there, Kirk. It's
yep.
going to be the spot. They're giving
there
it to him.
you go, Dane Roney. He's the touchdown machine and a first down maker.
And Laporte coach does not like that.
Well, I don't blame him. I mean, my first initial reaction was a little short. But regardless, it is a first down. We don't argue with officials unless it's a defensive pass. Anyway, I didn't say it. Single receiver to both sides. Garden, hands off. That's going to be Veach trying to find some running room on the left side. I'll tell you what I like about Jared Veach. When he get tackled, he just puts his head in your chest and says, you may have your hands on me. I'm going to make you pay for it.
You're going to know you tackled me. There's
Yes.
no doubt about that. He actually almost flipped the defender upside down when he was running. I'm not sure if that defender realized who he was messing with right there. But good job by him.
Great.
Now we got Tomko back in the game.
Tomko back in. Dawson Johnson back in as well now for the Mustangs. 7 minutes and counting. Twin receivers to the left side. Single receiver down to the right. Kelly, right, tight end. Pass, Tomko out of the backfield. Nowhere to go. He is swallowed up quickly. That time by number 30 for Laporte. Thomas Schrader, outside linebacker, did a good read that time. That's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 10. And Payless back in the game. Veach tried to get in. Payless said, my turn. Veach back to the sideline. 3rd down and 10. Ball spotted on the Mustang 47. Friendswood on top 14-10. 6 minutes left to go in this 3rd quarter. Trips receivers to the left. Garden looks to his right. Got a man. Elizondo caught. Steps out of bounds for the first down at the Laporte 36. Sure hand Elizondo. Nice grab. This is a little, about a 15 and out right there. And that's exactly what they needed. And he got it. Garden, great job, great pass.
And that was a great pocket made by the O-line. It's giving Garden
Absolutely.
the time. No collapsing on the pocket. Had time for him to run a 15 and out. Step into the throw. It's easy to do when nobody's coming at you, stepping into that throw. Great job by Luke getting out there to Elizondo.
Same personnel in there right now for the Mustangs. Payless squirts out. Quick pass to Payless on the left side. Blocked by Johnson. Great block by Dawson Johnson. Payless went out there, linebacker trying to get him, and Johnson just came in with that inside clean hit, no penalty.
It was close.
Oh.
It was close.
You think Johnson had that other hit from earlier in the game in his mind?
He might have. He might have.
Oh, my goodness, great hit. 2nd down and 3 for the Mustangs. Payless comes back. No, they're going to get Payless off, fixing to go right here. Trips formation to the right side. There is a timeout in the field. And Cody, if we can come down to you right now, we got a timeout. Cody, where are you right now? You still on that sideline?
I am still on the sideline,
Good.
watching the game from the sideline.
That's what I like. That's what. You got a pretty good vantage point, but you're kind of far away. You know, the action's over here on the right side. You're over there by the cheerleader still, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm just watching the game from the cheerleaders' point of view, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good way to see it right there. And you're by the student section. I mean, is there any student you want to talk to? I mean, we got some loud ones over there, don't we?
Yes, we do. I'll seek a student.
You seek a student. You let us know when you got one you want to talk to.
Yes, sir.
You got it. Thank you, Cody. We're going to come back to Cody shortly after he seeks that student out. Mustang timeout here. Just again, 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. First quarter. I'm still flummoxed by Cody's last comment. 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. Second down and 3 for the Mustangs. Ball is on the LaPorte 29-yard line. Trips formation to the right side. Single receiver to the left. Palett squirts out to the left side. Garden is going to be, he's still on his feet. Still on his feet. Got away from 4 defenders. Takes the pass to Elizondo, dropped. Nice hit that time by number 4, Travis Greenawalt. Great job by Garden.
What a great job by
him. He avoids 4 separate defenders back there.
Keeps the feet moving.
And makes a strike.
And makes a great throw. Just a big hit by the defensive back right there to get Elizondo to lodge the ball up. A great job by Luke Garden, keeping his feet moving around the pocket, creating some room for himself, and try the pass there. By the way, Kirk, I got a shout-out here on the live chat from one Lauren Lowe. You might have heard of her.
Lauren Lowe. I think she graduated last year from Friendswood. Still lives in the area. Yeah, she does. Still lives at my house. Glad she's listening now. Is that a YouTuber right there?
She is on the YouTube channel. Yes, sir.
These millennials. Palett's around the right side. Palett's still on his feet. That's going to be a first down, but we got a flag in the backfield. You hate to see where that one's thrown. Typically a holding spot, but let's see what they're going to call.
And Lauren shouted out, she said, they don't want the wrath of Coach Fritz. I was always nice to LL. What is she talking about? I'm a pretty nice guy. I thought maybe I'm wrong.
I heard some stories on the way home from games. We're just going to leave it at that right there. That is a holding call on the Mustangs. That's going to negate that run by Palett's and bring them back now. Fresh set of downs. Excuse me, a fresh third down. It's going to bring up now a third down and a long way to go. And Lauren Lowe also just said, I hope you know I'm not a millennial. What is this generation? Is this the I generation?
I
don't know. You and I are. We were what? We were Gen X.
I guess. I'm an '80s guy. What
probably,
can I tell you?
That's probably the best one of all. Garden back to pass, rolls to his left. Garden still looking, incomplete, nowhere to go, and he's pressured. Good coverage again that time by the LaPorte Bulldogs, and it's now confirmed. The 18 and up generation is the Z generation.
Okay, that's
we
good.
Cleared
to know
that up.
All right.
You and I were the X generation.
Okay.
Also known as the slackers. That always bothered me. But anyway,
I grew up on a farm in Tennessee. I wasn't a slacker.
You were
I baled
not a slacker.
hay. We did all kinds of work. Had a garden.
Oh my goodness.
We didn't even buy our own vegetables at the grocery store until I was 17. We grew up.
Little House on the Prairie. That's the kind of show I used to turn off when it would come on. That sounds hideous. Garden back to kick this punt. That's going to be
a beautiful
5
and
catch it and down by Luke Garden.
I forget there's a football game going on.
Oh,
Sorry
absolutely.
Talking about the old times. Here we go.
Let's see. That was who was that, 19? Was that Nolan Smith? Was that Nolan Smith? I wish I got that number.
It is number 19.
It is 19.
It is.
Nolan Smith, great job. Him getting down there. Cody, can we go to you real quick? Let's see if we can get down to Cody. Cody.
Hello?
Hey, you had anybody to visit with? You just enjoying the game?
Still seeking.
Oh, my God. It's a tough find.
It is. You got to find the right fan.
I hear you, Cody. We'll come back to you shortly. 1st and 10 for the LaPorte Bulldogs on their own 2-yard line. That's going to be brought. It's going to be short. Oh, my goodness. You know, the Friendswood defense is licking their chops. Aboud, Stevens on the hit. They're going to say he got back. They're going to give him a
yard, it looks like.
My goodness, the generosity of officials these days. Now they're going to say he got just back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 2.
Yeah.
That defense has their ears pinned back. That 3-4 front. Aboud comes off the edge. I mean, anywhere you run, you're going to face.
You've got somebody
a tough
right.
defender.
Absolutely.
They're spacing them out now. 2 receivers up top. Double tight formation. Quick out pass. Going to try to block. It's incomplete. Incomplete. Laporte, Coach Renfro realizes there's just no room to run in the middle. They try to get that ball out.
Normally a sure-handed number 1 Tyrone Matthews.
Yes.
He just fumbled that. Maybe he's trying to run before he caught it. He might look like he might even put his knee down, so probably would have been down there anyway.
I agree.
That's going to pin them back to 3rd and 10 right here. Friendswood's just got to make sure they don't let the big play go.
Well, they're going to try to just get a little run, try to get a little breathing room. It's going to be tough to get that first down right here. 3rd and 10. Again, 4:33 left here in the 3rd quarter. Mustangs on top, 14-10.
This would be a big stop right here, Kirk. If we can stop these guys, make them punt, or maybe even get a safety right here, that'd be a big stop for the Mustang defense.
2 backs in the backfield.
They're dropping back.
Thompson back to pass. Get him!
That's gotta be grounding.
He's in the clutch. There's no call.
Was he outside the pocket, though?
Oh, baby, let me see here. They're discussing it. They are discussing. There you go. It's a penalty.
There it is.
Roney had his hands wrapped around him.
I thought it was Nick Abow.
That was a bow. That was a bow back there.
Way to go, Nick.
And the flag comes out. They're still talking.
Got the flag on the play. We'll wait for the official call.
It is against Laporte. It is not a touchdown. It is a safety. So the Friendswood defense gets the score.
That's big. That's big.
Abow with the hands on the QB. Thompson just got desperate, tossed it up, and that Friendswood defense puts 2 on the board. And again, we told you, when they came out, when the ball's on the 2, and let's give credit where credit is due, that goes back to Smith gathering that ball on the 2 to pin him down there.
That was a great punt by Luke Gurdon.
And the punt from Gurdon.
Mm-hmm. A lot of hang time, gave a chance for our guys to get down there and get underneath it. Great punt by him. And now they'll have to
do this, the kick from the 20.
So that gives us a 16-10 lead with 4:27 here in the second. Mapp is back. Dawson Johnson and Palitz, number 22.
Friendswood lined up just inside their own 30-yard line. Kick is up and out to the 20. It's going to be Mapp on the return, 25-30, 35-40.
What a block
45.
by Dawson Johnson.
Take a hit.
Good
Keep
move.
running, Trey Mapp. 42-yard line. Nice job by Trey Mapp. Took a shot, got right back up and kept running. We'll take a quick break down here to Cody. Cody, who you got for us?
I'm with Sammy Page, a student here at Friendswood High School. Who's your favorite player?
My favorite player is Dane Rohde. He's a linebacker, and he's.
How does the student section get hype?
We love. Let's cheer for our football players.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Cody, you tell Sammy Page she did a great job. Absolutely. We know Sammy Page is a super fan right there. Had a pretty good brother play back in the day, too.
Yeah, she's also a super athlete. Sammy Page plays soccer. She plays basketball. She probably played football. She's such a quality kid, too. Love her family. Her mom and dad live around the corner from us. They're good people.
Absolutely. 2nd down and 8 now for the Mustangs. Twin receivers to the left side. Single receiver Elizondo to the right. Gurdon calls it out. Palin squirts out. Can you hit him? No. You got a man across the middle. That's going to be Dawson Johnson. Upended, but hangs on to the football.
Where are they going to spot him?
Wow, they're going to give him that first down.
You know, I actually talked to my team at the junior high the other day. I told them if they want to come out and see a high-quality, hard-working wide receiver on a run play and a pass play, come out and watch number 4, Dawson Johnson.
You're right.
He is blocking on those run plays all the way through the whistle. He runs crisp routes, had nice soft hands. He hustles the entire time. And I told all my kids, if you want to come out and learn, all you young receivers out there, come look at number 4, watch him play on Friday nights.
Absolutely. He's having a heck of a game tonight for sure. Empty set for Gurdon. Gurdon back to pass. Elizondo, just threw his grip. trying to tiptoe that sideline, just couldn't quite corral that ball. He's frustrated with himself. He thinks he could have had that one, probably could have. Just, so much concentration there on that sideline to get those feet in, and couldn't get it all done that time. 3:34 left here in the third quarter. Friendswood on top of LaPorte, 16-10, following the safety from Nick Aboud. LaPorte, a little jumpy on that line. Got a handoff to Tomko. Tomko, hard runner, but only about a yard or two to go on that one. Nowhere to run. Going to bring up now a 3rd down and 7 for the Mustangs. Ball is on the LaPorte 44-yard line.
Kirk, as games get close like this and they wind down in the third quarter, it's only a 6-point lead. This is where you got to really be careful, secure the ball, not have a fumble, not have a turnover, some play like that would turn the ball game in the other team's favor. We got to really watch that over the next quarter and a third.
Well, absolutely, because you got all this being said, Friendswood's having a nice roll of momentum. Friendswood only up 6 points. I mean, we're a touchdown lead, and that is it. LaPorte's defense playing strong. Gurdon, back to pass. Got a man caught.
Oh, yes.
Hang on to that ball. He does.
Reed Cooksey,
great
to get up.
He stair-stepped that one and then went on a ride on the shoulder pads and comes down with that football.
Great catch by Reed.
Outstanding catch by Cooksey. My goodness. Yeah, high-five that man, Coach.
Absolutely. And, again, we've said it over and over. The offensive line, Kirk, you're doing a great job giving Luke Gurdon the extra second or two. That's all he needs.
Gurdon's pinpoint on most of these passes this evening. Trips formation to the left side. Gurdon back to pass again. Got a delayed blitz. Gurdon rolling out, just throws it away. Friendswood's offensive line couldn't pick that last blitzer up. Had a linebacker coming in late. Just ran out of men to block. Gurdon had to get rid of it smartly and does. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 now for the Mustangs. Again, Mustangs in LaPorte territory. Ball spotted on the Bulldog 34-yard line. Friendswood up 16-10, 2:14 left here in this third quarter.
And this is where time of possession is going to make a factor for us, too. But we can keep these long, sustained offensive drives going. The time of possession is going to be huge.
Twin receivers at both sides. A little screen set up for Palitz. Can't get, he does get a block. Still on his feet, 30, 25, 20. You're not going to get him. Touchdown. Touchdown. Noah Palitz. And
little shaky move there at the end, did a little shaking job there.
Just adds a little bit of nasty there at the end, too, for Noah Palitz. Whoop, whoop. My goodness. 22 for the Mustangs now. Just squirts out of that backfield. Nice blocking. He needed one block. He got it. The rest was all him.
Great call by the coaches. They've been trying to work that screen. It looks like several times tonight, letting the D-line come through and everybody go up. Nobody extra downfield, which is what we need there for the offensive line not to be downfield. Great job by him. When he catches it, like you said, scoots on down a little. I don't know, what would you call that move there at the goal line?
Just disrespectful. Somebody does in my house, I'm about disrespectful. Treat people like that, but he did. Wow.
And they're going to show it here on the big screen again.
Yes.
He jogs in, whoop.
I mean,
he goes right.
Absolutely marvelous. Friendswood calls a timeout right here.
Are they going to go for 2?
I think they're going to go for 2 here, yeah, because 23 does nothing for you.
Exactly.
So I'm going to go on a limb and say we're going to see another Trey Mapp, Dane Roney sighting.
He's in the huddle.
Yeah.
I think our number one fan for the night is Ashley Naylor. She's had several
beautiful
chats on here. Thank you so much, Ashley, for listening. She says the best announcers ever. We're doing our best, Kirk. We're trying to entertain the fans, entertain the people.
That does mean a lot. Let me wipe. I got to wipe my tear. That was beautiful comment. We appreciate you listening. Again, tell your friends we're here every Friday, except for next Friday.
Except for next Friday.
Roney and Mapp in there. This would be a heck of a run for Roney. This is more than he's used to, 3 yards. Going to pitch back. They're going to stay in the block. Palitz is going to be brought down for a loss on that one. Nowhere to go. Number 9, Justin Kay, in on the tackle. That's going to leave it at 22 for the Friendswood Mustangs, 10 for the LaPorte Bulldogs. Cody, what do you think down there, Cody?
The student section is pumping after that touchdown and that juke by Noah Palitz.
Wasn't that? Could y'all see a good fan? That was nice, wasn't it?
It was very nice.
Do you have anybody to talk to down there?
No, we're just listening to music and hanging out, having a good time.
I like, hey, that's what you should be doing on a Friday. Where else would you want to be in Friendswood than right here?
Exactly.
I love it. We'll come back to you in a little bit. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's Cody Hobbs keeping it live and real down there in the student section. Friendswood students. Friendswood always, Coach. I mean, you've been in a lot of games. They have one of the best student sections around.
They do, and we were talking earlier. I was talking to some of the guys down the field. When I was in high school back in the long time ago, there was nothing else to do on a Friday night.
Right.
Here, these kids have choices. There's obviously lots of things to do with internet and their phones and things like that, and they're still here supporting their teammates, their classmates, I should say. And there's a big run by Laporte.
Oh, here
up the
they
middle.
go. 30,
Oh,
40,
no.
50. Got a block. About to block in the back, but they're not going to call it. Running out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
Sorry, I had to change my train of
No,
thought.
no.
That was a big play here. We need to make sure we stop on that.
That was
Good
the
return.
Make sure I get the number on that. Was number 4, Travis Greenawalt. They've run that same play with the little fake handoff, the keeper. That time they kept it, and that was a whale of a run. We just talked about this game's far from over.
Absolutely.
I mean, you got a 12-point lead. You felt like you were in command up 6. That's scary in a team like Laporte with the athletes they have. They can make this thing a game at any time. They are now in Friendswood field position. The 28-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Is that Helton? Who got him first? Was that About again?
Looks like Seth Downs in there at 42.
Down.
And then About came on the outside and got him.
Tell you
at
what,
number
there is
41.
no room to run in the middle tonight against this Friendswood defense.
They keep trying. And you mentioned Nick About. What a good game he's had tonight.
Yes.
Great job by that young man. Great game for Nick.
2nd down and 12 after a 2-yard loss. I don't know why they keep trying it, but they will. 2nd down and 12, left formation, I formation, tight ends to the left. Friendswood bringing some heat. Thompson gets rid of it. It's caught. 25. Balls on the turf.
Out.
Laporte recovers.
No,
they don't. That's a Friendswood recovery. Who's got the ball?
Looked like Connor Haynes on the pickup on that. Number 5.
Laporte had 2 guys right around the ball. Haynes sneaks in there and gets it.
We mentioned it a minute ago, Kirk. We needed the big plays in the game. They had a big run back right there, but
Yes.
what a great defensive stop there. Big hit, fumble pickup by Connor Haynes. That can change us with 1:08 to go in the third quarter.
Absolutely.
Great job by the Mustangs. That's a game.
Defense.
Yes, that could be a game changer right there.
I mean, the defense tonight, coaches, we talk about the safety. We talk about the running game for Laporte has just been stifled. It's just been a whale of a game by this defense.
And the denied touchdown by Luke Boone earlier in the game when he batted it out of the way.
1st and 10. Ball is on the Friendswood 31. Gurdon back to pass. Got a man on the sideline. That's McCabe. That is caught.
And give him the first.
That's a first down. Just got the yardage for the first. John McCabe, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball spotted right at the 41. Just got the 10 he needed. That's how you run a precise route right there in Gurdon. We said it's 65% pass completion ratio on the way. He's going to be above that after this game tonight. Trips formation. Gurdon, another completion. This time, Kovacevic across the middle, little drag route.
People with him.
And he is dragging after that drag route for a 9-yard gain. The route was about a 4-yard dig, and he gets another 5 out of it.
He's another big target for the Mustangs, probably 6'3". I don't have his height on me. Probably about 6'3", like Cole Kelly at 6'5". 2 big tight ends, 2 big targets. Here, as the game gets tighter and tighter in the fourth quarter, may get those dip down past those big guys, get the sure hands on it, and try to have them drive, and keep that drive going for the Mustangs.
I'm going to say one more thing about a big target. You've got Christian Lee coming back in a few weeks, Coach.
That's true.
These guys are getting some great reps. You add Lee to the mix, this offense by that time is going to be clicking. That's going to do it here for the first. I keep going back to that. It's been one of those nights.
Yes,
the third quarter. We've got one to go here. The score at the end of 3, Friendswood 22, Laporte 10. We'll take a quick timeout for a commercial break. We'll be right back here on the MCS Sports Network.
Now, the power to protect your hometown bank debit cards is in your hands. Left the store without your card? Just lock it until you get it back. Shopping around the neighborhood? Set the debit card to work only where you are. Providing a debit card to your college-bound child? Receive alerts and monitor their spending. It's simple and easy, and you're in charge. Hometown Bank prides itself on bringing your hometown banking with the best technology has to offer. Consider it the best of both worlds, merging personal service with unparalleled convenience. From internet banking to personal banking, we keep our traditions alive while looking to the future. Have you heard about Pop Money? It's the easy way to pay family, friends, and more.
And we're back to live action right here. Friendswood came out of that one. First play of the fourth quarter, Garden strike.
To John McCabe,
That was
number
McCabe,
one.
yeah,
Yes,
number
sir.
one.
Yes,
That
sir.
ball's going to go for about 20 yards, going to get them down inside the LaPorte 30. Ball is spotted on the LaPorte 27-yard line. This offense continues to get on a roll. Again, Friendswood up 12, but nice to put a 3-score lead on the board here early in the fourth. Jared Veach tries to run outside, still trying. Ball's on the turf. LaPorte got it. LaPorte has the football. Veach trying to make something out of nothing as he was scrambling for that other yard, just couldn't, and then the ball pops out, and LaPorte gets that turnover, and LaPorte all of a sudden back alive.
And we mentioned a minute ago, those turnovers,
Wow.
those big plays, those things like that are going to either help us or hurt us. We got it back when they fumbled, and then here we come in. And again, Veach, he's just trying for extra yards.
Sure.
Trying to drive those feet. Can't really blame him for that. He's got to secure that ball, and it ends up going out, and LaPorte picks it up. So hopefully this defense that we've been leaning on all year long can come back again and make another big play for us. There's a lot of green for LaPorte to cover here.
Yeah, this is the time when you got to think LaPorte's going to start having to open it up a little bit more. The running game has been non-existent. Two backs in the backfield next to Thompson, all in that gun set. Single receiver to both sides. Trying for a handoff, little miscommunication. Thompson on the keeper, though, gets a nice gain.
That might have been a busted play by
That was
them.
no doubt. Looked like Upshaw, number 8, was not expecting that. Thompson trying to hand it off. Finally, Thompson says, I'll take it. Keeps it for a nice gain. Thompson does a nice job to get 8 on that play. Brings up a 2nd down and 2 on the LaPorte 43-yard line. Same formation, single receivers to both sides. Thompson lines up Upshaw. Two backs. Got a handoff at the middle. Got some running room. 40, 35, 30. He's still on his feet to the 20. Down to the 15, inside to the 10-yard line. That's Makai Hizataki on the run. I've not called his name much tonight. Maybe we will now.
Maybe we will.
My goodness.
That was a big run, big play. They're trying to make the most of that fumble recovery they got. 10:29 here in the fourth.
They're on the Friendswood 11-yard line. Down 12 is LaPorte. It's one of the biggest gains against the Friendswood defense all season.
And they can get another first down here if they get close enough.
Same formation. Again, you've got Hisataki and Upshaw offset to Thompson's left. Upshaw with the handoff this time trying at the middle. Nowhere to go.
Again, Spiller and Roney and number 44, Ryan Helton in on that tackle.
Spiller comes out right now. Going to bring in Kester. Going to give Spiller a break. Yeah. $10 minutes and counting. Single receiver to both sides. Thompson with the handoff. It's going to be brought down, maybe a yard gain. Looked like Sanchez in there first. Still no whistle. That one took a while. And a host of other Mustangs. Sanchez got in there first. Looks like Jared Yon come back in the ball game now. 4 down. Well, we got down. I'm sorry. Yeah,
right.
Yon's coming in for down.
Sir, that is correct.
Got that 3-man front. 4 backers in there. Again, Stevens, Helton, Roney, Aboud. Twin receivers to the left this time. Single receiver to the right. 3rd down and 8. Thompson back to pass. Going deep for that corner of the end zone. They're saying it's a catch and 6.
That looked out of bounds.
That is on the far end of the end zone. They're saying that's good. I'm going to want to see the replay on that one. And if that is good, well, it's good because they're not going to, it is what it is. The call was made. Another great catch in there by Teron Matthews. 6-point lead now for the Mustangs. Extra point pending. Kick is up. Kick is good. And I'm still a little stunned right here after that one. 9:01 left here in the ball game. Friendswood on top of LaPorte, 22-17 after Matthews' acrobatic catch.
From our vantage point, didn't look like he had his foot down, but again, we're not standing right there where the referee is. Hopefully, he made the right call.
Oh, no, he's got it. We don't, and that is the call right there. And again, similar to the first touchdown, Coach, in the game for LaPorte, is the receiver just makes a heck of a catch. The defensive back could not have played that better.
Absolutely not. Yeah, he was all over him, draped over him. All he had to do was go up and try to get it, and the receiver, he just made a great catch, like you said.
9:01 left here from Henry Winston. Friendswood on top, 22-17. And again, anybody's ball game here with 9 minutes left. The kind of game, Coach, as a coach, you want to have before going to district. You want a highly competitive ball game.
Oh, absolutely. You don't learn a lot on the blowouts. You see what your guys are made of. Can they execute when they need to execute? Can they make sure they run the plays right? And it's good for us to have a game like this to sharpen us up.
LaPorte kicks the ball off. It's going to go down to Palis on the return. Palis gets out to about the 30. Nice run by Palis. About the 32-yard line. Looks like that's where Friendswood will start this drive. Nothing wrong with Friendswood's offense second half. Just had that turnover by Veach, coughed it up and gave LaPorte a chance. And then LaPorte, one big run and a nice pitch and catch, and they're right back in this ball game. But
Friendswood, they were moving the ball. You're
absolutely
right. They were running, they were passing, doing well, moving down. Just got to secure the ball with 8:54 left. We need a nice, long, sustained drive here.
That would be nice. Twin receivers to both sides. Palis offset to Gurdon's right. Friendswood on there. Oh, the ball's over Gurdon's head. Gurdon scoops it up, running for his life, throws it. Actually trying to hit Cole Kelly. Didn't have it incomplete. Nice bounce and good heads-up play by Luke Gurdon. Anytime the quarterback has to run with his back to the defense, that's a scary proposition for that QB. Great heads-up play by Luke. Gosh, if LaPorte gets the ball right there, that's a killer for your defense. That puts him in a bind right there.
That puts them in a bad situation.
2nd and 10 now for the Mustangs. Ball's on the 32. Gurdon back to pass. Gurdon got a man caught. That's McCabe again. McCabe has been making some acrobatic catches and going for some tremendous rides with defenders. He hauls that one in again. 3rd down and 2.
Took a pretty good shot there on the ground.
McCabe's to come off, yeah.
Come off a little bit.
Fix that shoulder pad. Elizondo. Yeah, Elizondo comes in for him. Twin receivers to both sides now for Gurdon. 3rd down and 2. Quick pass out this time is caught. 45.
Good job,
50. Dawson Johnson. Just a quick out. Tell you what, I'm giving LaPorte's defense credit. They are bringing the wood on some of these hits.
They are. They are coming in home. That was a great block, though, again, by Patrick Elizondo.
Yes.
To give Dawson Johnson a little extra on that.
1st and 10 now. New set of downs for the Mustangs in LaPorte's territory. Ball is on the LaPorte 48-yard line. Twin receivers to the right. Tomko floats out. Tomko, a little screen pass out, a little bubble. Trying to find some running room. Now he's back to the line of scrimmage. Took a long time, nowhere to run. That's actually going to be about a half-yard loss for Tomko. Just trying to let the block set up. LaPorte's defense wasn't having it. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 now for the Mustangs. Just about 7 minutes left here from Henry Winston in this District 2 last non-district game for both teams. 2nd and 10. Twin receivers to the left side. Gurdon back to pass. Gurdon across the middle. The ball's tipped. Intercepted. That's returned back to the 40. 45. Be brought down by Cole Kelly. Out of bounds, out to the 48-yard line. Oh, that ball was tipped and picked off. Looked like number 18 for LaPorte, Marcus Martinez. And for Friendswood, the last thing you wanted to see.
As we were driving, Sharon, I was hoping that we would maybe not we're hoping to use a lot more of the clock. We're really in no hurry. We're definitely not in a hurry-up offense there, trying to get that play clock counted down as much as we can and milk as much time off the clock. Tip pass, when it goes there, it's always dangerous right there. You never know where it's going to come down.
We were going to go down to Cody, but we're going to keep this thing going. Cody, we're going to come see you in a second. Right now, Friendswood's defense has got to step up. Ball's on LaPorte 49. Thompson, little quick toss, going around the left side. That's going to be still on his feet, about a 5-yard gain. Makai Hizataki. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6, and now LaPorte is in Friendswood's territory. 6:40 and counting. Friendswood only up 5. A touchdown would put them down.
And some of the Mustang players are looking at the officials saying, hey, I'm getting help. They're holding their jerseys saying, I'm getting help from the back. Please be watching that. I know Coach Koopman's talking to the line judge right now. We don't want to start nitpicking for the games, but those are little plays and little things like that can have effect on the ball.
Absolutely. 2nd down and 6 for the Bulldogs. In Friendswood territory, balls on the 47-yard line. Balls on the left hash. Twin receivers LaPorte. Timeout. Timeout for LaPorte. When we come back, it'll be 2nd down and 6 for LaPorte. Right now, we'll shoot it down to Cody. Cody, you with us?
I am with Ethan Powell of FCC LA. He's an officer, and we're going to ask him some questions.
You bet, Cody. Have it. Have at it.
What is FCC LA?
FCC LA is a club for culinary students and also Ready, Set, Teach students, and we do a lot for the community, and we have our own competitions and stuff, and it's a really great club, and anybody that can join should join.
They are the ones hosting this Pink Out game. They're handing out ribbons. They're giving T-shirts. They're a big part of this game today. How is this close game so far?
It's great. The game's great, and we see a bunch of people wearing pink shirts and pink ribbons, and we're so happy that everybody came out to support tonight.
Thank you.
Hey, great job there. Hey, thank you so much, Ethan. Great job by FCCLA and getting this Pink Out game. Now we can come out here with a victory. It'd be a perfect evening for the Mustang faithful. 2nd down and 6 for the Bulldogs from LaPorte. 6:05 left. Pressure. Thompson unloads a bomb. That ball is going to be incomplete. Incomplete. Anybody's ball. And that is going to hit the turf. Looked like he was looking at Elijah George.
Looked like Trey Mapp had a hand on it.
Yes.
Connor Haynes had a hand on it. It hit a couple Mustangs before it hit the turf.
3rd down and 6 now for the Bulldogs.
And let me tell you, Kirk, the defensive line of Friendswood, they're starting to get frustrated. They're starting to get mad, though, and I think they're going to use that as a positive to get in there, of course, that O-line against LaPorte and make some noise right here. They're getting frustrated. They can't depend on the officials. They're going to have to get in there, play their game, make some noise here, make some pressure on that quarterback.
Here come the fans getting in this game now. 5:57, handoff, fake, Thompson, overthrown, incomplete. Trey Mapp was close to having a pick 6 right there. Wish his fingers were a little bit longer.
And there's nothing in front of him except pay dirt.
Oh, no. My goodness. Thompson, great play fake. Had to get rid of it. That's going to bring up a punting situation for the LaPorte Bulldogs. Friendswood's defense holds. 4th down and 6. Got to be careful for any fake. You got to think LaPorte's game plan is pin them back as far as you can. Let your defense hold for Friendswood, and then maybe get some field position out of this. We'll see what they do. Ball is dropped.
It's tipped.
That ball was tipped. It's going to be picked. Uh-oh. Well, the ball was tipped. We've got a little scrum. It's going to be should be Friendswood's ball about their own 42.
Great pressure by the Mustangs, though, to get in there and tip.
Well, there was never a possession change, so, I mean, LaPorte's acting like they have it.
But that was
No,
fourth down. It's not.
No. It wasn't. It doesn't matter. It was first hit. There's never a possession. They had the ball, tipped. The officials are sorted out. Coach Koopman's there to help them.
Okay, first
there you
down,
go.
Friendswood,
It's right, man. That's what I call
That's
Friendswood
the right
ball.
call. Yeah, ball never changed possession. They didn't get past the first down marker. Fourth down their part. They're still talking.
Well, Coach Renfro wants an explanation, but I don't see what the explanation is. That the rules are. Maybe Coach Renfro just wants his time with the official too.
Now, Kirk, right here with 5:41. I'm not a genius by any means.
Don't sell yourself short.
We are in no hurry here as far as using the clock. Now, if we get a first down or two, we should be good, but we got to make sure we have a nice sustained drive right here, using that play clock, counting down the game clock. So we need to make sure we make the right calls here on offense. Still getting the explanation. There's 3 or 4 guys over there talking to Coach Renfro. There's 4 of them explaining it to him.
And whether he's satisfied or not, they're done talking.
That's it. Well, like you said, the rule's the rule.
Well, yeah. I mean, I thought there was no question on it, but well, now the official's coming back over to talk to Coach Koopman. Still talking to Coach.
And I'm sure while they're talking to him, the OC is just thinking about the next play, what they got to do for Friendswood to make a nice, long, sustained drive.
You know, we saw Friendswood last week against Clearbrook put together a nice, sustained ground and pound attack in the second half. Be nice to see some of that right here, maybe. Finish this thing off. Payless handoff right side. Got some room. 45, 47-yard line. Nice run by Noah Payless.
And that clock just keeps on running.
That's
which
what
is
you want to see.
need.
Absolutely. Under 6, we're at 5:20 and counting.
He's forward to the 46-yard line.
Again, Friendswood up 5. If you have to give LaPorte the ball back, and you might, you want to put it deep in their field. Twin receivers to the left side, single receiver up top. Excuse me, twins to the right on the short side of the field. Garden back to pass, looking for a short pass. Caught. Payless.
Stay in bounds.
There you go. Inside the LaPorte side of the field, down to the LaPorte 47-yard line. That is enough for a Friendswood first down. Gonna stop the clock to move the chains. That's
just
it.
to move the chains. Yeah, just
go.
move the chains. I wasn't sure if they're going to mark it. That clock starts back. Just wind it there, Mr. Official.
First down and 10. 4:32 left here in the ball game. Fake to Tomko. Garden on the keeper. Going to go about 2 or 3 yards. 4:18 and counting.
Look like number 71, Sean McHenry, just a little bit shaken up on that play. He'll come out, get a sub in. No official timeout. Here it is, 4 minutes and counting down. 22 Mustangs, Bulldogs 17. Second and about 7 on the 44-yard line. Garden's going to bark out the play here.
Second down and 7, as you said. Garden, here we go. Handoff. That's going to be Tomko's going to be about 3 yards short. About a third down and 3 now for the Mustangs.
Goes without saying, big call right here.
Oh,
big
no doubt. No doubt about it.
3:20 and counting on the clock. 5-point lead.
McCabe comes back in the ball again. He's been sure-handed all night.
He has 15 seconds on the play clock. We'll see what the Mustangs have dialed up right here.
This is a big one, 3rd and 3. Twin receivers to the left, twin receivers to the right. Gurdon back to pass. Got Topko out of the backfield. Head up the field. First down for the Mustangs.
Yes,
he got it.
He did.
And then some. Cody, can you hear me? Cody, are you there?
Hello?
Cody, hey, that's a big first down for the Mustangs.
Yes, it is.
I see you're sitting by a huge Mustang supporter. How's he feel about that last play?
How do you feel about the last play, Dad?
I like that play. Good run, good stretch for the first down. Looking forward to trying to score and put this thing away in the fourth quarter, Cody.
Cody, we're going to keep right there with you. We're going to see a handoff here. Hand off to Tomko. Tomko up the middle. Hey, I know Mr. Rohr cannot hear me, but how's he like this game so far tonight?
How have you liked this game so far tonight?
It's been a good game. Got a full moon. Mustang stands are full. We had a good halftime show. Mustangs are driving for the win. It's a great night.
Tell Mr. Rohr, thank you from all of us.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was Thad Rohr with our intrepid reporter, Cody Hobbs.
Yeah,
glad he knows the superintendent's first name.
Yes, sir, their first name.
2 minutes left in this ball game. Friendswood trying to finish this thing. 2nd down and 7. Twin receivers to the left. Tomko on the run. Still on his feet, brought down for a loss. I'd imagine Laporte's going to burn a timeout here, they do.
Yeah, they got 2 left with 1:48 on the clock. Time is running out quickly on the Bulldogs.
Well, we got Cody. I see you're heading down in the parent section there. You got somebody else for us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
What's your name?
Max. Kirk, how are you?
Good, how are you? How are you enjoying this game so far?
I'm enjoying it a lot. There's been a little bit of a breeze tonight. The football's been good. Friendswood's playing good offense, good defense. We're watching a winning game right now. We want to keep it that way.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Cody, tell Mr. Kirk that Coach Fritz said hello. I guess he didn't hear me.
We're to come back, Cody. Thank you so much. And if Cody, if you can hear me, tell that guy right there, thank you. And Coach Fritz says hello. And again, we've got Cody Hobbs in the stands tonight. He is everywhere. He has done a great job tonight. When you can wrangle the superintendent for an interview with 2 minutes left in the ball game, I mean, ESPN will be calling on Monday. I'm going to tell you right now. We have 1:48 left here in this ball game. Friendswood, big 3rd down right here in LaPorte territory, 3rd and 12. If they can get a first down here, Coach, this one's all over. But they got 12 to go. Johnson in motion to the right side. Johnson, Gurdon facing the giant. He's going for it all. Palitz, he's overthrown. No. Overthrows Noah Palitz. That's going to bring him a 4th down. Oh, that would have shut the book on this one.
Looked like he might have had Dawson Johnson in the flat open. I'm not sure that he got the first down, but he looked close, and he went for the big play there over the top.
Yeah, and you can't fault me. He had Palitz. No, Palitz was open, just a little overthrown.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, so here's a scenario. 4th and 12 for your Mustangs. Gurdon is in the punt. Like we talked about, if you have to give LaPorte the ball back, you want to do it deep in their end. Their returners are back to their own 5. Oh, high snap. Gurdon corrals it. Kicks that ball off his foot to the right. That's going to take a LaPorte bounce back to the 31-yard line. That is not how you drew that up. 1:32 left. LaPorte, it says they have 2 timeouts. I thought they had 1.
They
called 1. They had 2 already.
Had 2, and they called. I think they just have 1. But
regardless, though, they have time. There's 1:32 on the clock, and they're only down 5. They've got to get the ball in the end zone. You got to go 63 yards. Yes, I did that math in my head.
Well, again, we're going on the backs of our vaulted defense here.
Yes.
The linebackers, the D-line. We've had a good game in the defensive side. Hopefully we can stop them for a minute and 30.
LaPorte comes out, trips formation to the right side, pass out, intercepted! Take it to the house, Connor Haynes! That's the ball game!
2-1, touchdown!
That's it! 121, Connor Haynes says that's the ball game. Thompson overthrows his intended receiver. And Connor Haynes knows how to bring it in.
He said, look what I found.
Oh, my goodness, Connor. That's the way. My weekend just started out great right there. Yeah.
And so did Connor Haynes.
Oh, my goodness. The defense. Coach Bolden, I've never seen that much enthusiasm of that man right there.
His vertical increased tenfold on
my
that, didn't it, when he
goodness.
jumped up?
I love it. Coach Bolden, the DC this year, secondary coach. That's your bread and butter right there, but that's pride.
He has probably spent the last 3 years coaching Connor Haynes
Absolutely.
as a DB, and now he's the DC. So great job by those guys there at Friendswood. And Kirk, we mentioned earlier, we kept saying there's going to be some big play, either on LaPorte side or Friendswood side, that's going to be made that's going to make a difference in the game. And here we go with that pick six.
Man.
Connor Haynes, great job. And I think the crowd thinks that we've won the game.
It's a smart crowd right there.
Both of them went to Friendswood, so there you go.
We're up 12, yes. You would think you're in command for sure.
And I hate to break this out, I think there's an Abby Roney sighting here in Friendswood.
Yes, there is. I think she heard that comment there. Well, I think when I said that she was actually the better Roney athlete.
Yeah, the older sister of Dane Roney.
Yes.
Who is here, who's a phenomenal student, played basketball for me here and at the high school. A great kid, great young lady.
Absolutely.
Trying to get her attention.
So Friendswood will kick off 1:21. .121 left here in this ball game. 29-17, Friendswood. Kick is off. Little squibber up the middle. It's going to be returned from the 25 up to the 30. It's going to be brought down. We have some special guests in here right now. We're just going to say, we'll talk to whoever we got. This is another Roney. Miss Roney, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Wow. First of all, let me just say that your brothers had a pretty good game tonight. Would you agree?
Yes, very proud.
I mean, I think one time, you may not have heard this, I think we gave you a shout-out as being the best Roney athlete in the family. I don't know if Dane heard that. I don't know if he heard that, because really ever since then, he's really picked the season up.
He really has. He's been doing awesome. That's a great compliment, though.
No, absolutely. I know. I mean, I saw your exploits over the years, seen your brothers. You set the bar high for both of them. I just want you to know that.
Thank you.
No, absolutely. Thompson's back to pass, looking deep, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He's going to throw that ball, and it's caught on the LaPorte sideline by the head coach. No good, though. 1:08 left on the clock. Have you been here for the whole game tonight?
Yes, I have.
I tell you
what.
what.
A lot of fun.
Yes, it is.
It's great.
It's all good, and now after this, it's just district football. I know they got to be ready. How's your brother been enjoying his senior season?
He's been enjoying it and loving it and playing every game like it's his last and giving it his all. So it's been a lot of fun watching him.
That sounds like a Roney right there. I love it. Well, thank you. I know this was a nice surprise.
Yeah.
Mama's in the house right here. I mean, we got the whole Roney clan. Yes. And, I mean, we're acting like the game's over. There is 1:08 left. And I tell you what, and Mama back there, you proud of your son?
Oh, yes.
Is he leading the team in touchdowns? I think he is, yes.
He has 3, so.
I mean.
Oh, yeah.
It's a girl. Well, I'm hoping you'll be on the air when we can get your brother to get a tackle here. But that ball's going to be passed, caught, 30, 34-yard line. It's going to be run out of bounds at the 43. They do kind of run away from that number 10. I don't know if you've noticed that.
They do. They've taken notice, I think, right.
They really have. That's some good coaches on that other sideline. They know where not to run. But because of that, though, other guys, Nick Abouts, the other guys, Spiller, have had a great game because they run away from Dane. The other defenders are right there, and it's been a great game all night.
It's been a lot of fun to watch.
Absolutely.
Sure. Very proud sister.
Oh, no doubt about that. 57 seconds left. Thompson back to pass, flushed out. He's going to scramble. Who made the tackle? That's number 10.
Oh, Dane, yay.
That's Dane Roney. I'm trying to set you up.
That's my bro.
There he goes, Dane Roney, and older sister Roney agrees. That was a wonderful play right now. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Coach Fritz is dying over here to get the headset back on.
I'm sure. Thank you for having me.
That's Abby Roney with the call. Thank you so much. We got a flag on the play, and they're going to mark that one back. And LaPorte just can't get it together here these last 52 seconds. Ball will be spotted on their own 30-yard line. 29-17 Friendswood. Now the clock's rolling. We are getting ready for district play in 50 seconds. Friendswood can just hang on for 12 more 8-point lead out of the pressure. Sacked. Go down. Good night. My goodness. We had Abald in there, and that was number 9, Grayson Barrett, for the defensive end spot. What a great way to finish this one. 23 seconds on the clock. 29-17. Barn and Miracle will be your final score. 3rd and forever for the Bulldogs. 10 seconds. This is going to be it. Friendswood going to bring a little pressure. At the pass, caught, 30. Going to run out of bounds at the 37-yard line. That's all she wrote. That's the ball game from Henry Winston. Your final score, your Friendswood Mustangs 29, the LaPorte Bulldogs 17. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports to wrap this thing up.
Or mobile number. Fees apply. For more information, go to htbna.bank and sign up today. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. Member FDIC.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba,
please be done.
Over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium, where the final score tonight was Friendswood. Final score, and I just lost the score right there.
29-17.
29-17 is a 12-point victory.
Yes, sir.
Wow. I mean, that's all I can say is wow. That Friendswood just playing better and better every week, Coach.
They are. The defense is making the plays. The defense is really coming in. And we got some guys on defense. Dan Roney, who's coming in on the offensive side to make some big plays for us. But that 4th and 1, big play right there. Luke Boone smacking that. That was a touchdown. If he hadn't reached up there and smacked that was a touchdown. Of course, Connor Hayes there at the end with the pick 6, which sealed the deal.
Yes.
I know Coach Coop and all the coaches are proud of the guys. It seems like they're working on all cylinders a little bit better, playing hard. The defense has been great all year long. But the offense, Luke Gurdon, like you mentioned a minute ago, had a great job of directing everybody down on that last drive. The receivers are coming through. It's a great time for us to be coming together.
You know, and Gurdon, you know, what he did tonight I like so well was he's just a field general. He just runs the show, and that's what you want your quarterback to do. When, you know, I take the snap over his head. He was calm, cool, went and gathered it up, throws the ball out of bounds. I mean, a play like that is huge.
It is
because that would have put them down.
We were backed up in our territory.
I mean,
absolutely.
And again, the defense, that goes without saying, Coach. I mean, yeah, they scored 2 touchdowns tonight. Both touchdown catches were phenomenal by the LaPorte Bulldogs.
One was questionable that he was actually in bounds, if you ask me. But, yes, so you're exactly right.
The defense gave one really big run. That was it, you know, the whole game. So let's talk about players of the game real quick. For offense, I'm going to go again with the field general tonight, Luke Gurdon. He just did what you want your quarterback to do. He was precise on his passing, but more than that, he ran the game like a surgeon, like you want him to do. When you slow it down, he slows it down. When you want him to speed it up, he speeds it up. And I'll tell you what, I'm excited to see what the offense can do for, leading us into district now. Defensively, Coach, what do you think about there's a lot of guys on defense we can talk about tonight.
A lot of guys. We keep mentioning that D-line, how great they play the linebackers. I'm going to go with 41 Nick Abald today.
Great game.
Great game. He's the one that helped us get the safety there, which, again, and speaking of MVPs, how did Cody Hobbs do tonight? I want to give Cody a little shout-out. Great job for that young man. And I have a tweet here, or a comment, I should say, from Sherry Hobbs-Dillon. I'm assuming related to Cody Hobbs. She said, awesome game, great interviews out there, but Cody, we're so proud of you. Way to go, Mustangs. We're proud of him, too.
Oh, let me tell you right now, Cody is our MVP for the movie. He adds so much to the broadcast. We get a view from upstairs through the looking glass. Cody's down there in the heat. I mean, trying to do what you do. Yeah, I know you hung out with the cheerleaders a little while. That's cool. But, I mean, again, who gets an interview with the superintendent in a critical part of the game? Cody Hobbs. I mean, it's
ain't nothing to him to grab an interview like that.
Absolutely.
For
and,
sure.
you know, we've talked all night about Cody and the great job he did. Jacob, I've said it before, I haven't called you out much tonight. Jacob is a silent warrior over here besides Jacob LaRue. Gets us on the air, runs our commercials for us, lets me know when Cody's got a scintillating guest on the mic. I mean, he runs the show for us. Jacob, Cody, you guys are awesome. We could have done it without you. And the best news, all four of us together, and we're 3-0. I mean, that's it right there. I mean, we start bringing other people in the booth. I don't know what's going to happen on the field, but we're 3-0 as a four-man crew, and we hope that continues. Remember, next week, we will not be on the air. There will not be a game. You will see us, you will hear us 2 weeks from tonight in Texas City. We will play our first district ball game against the Stingarees. Next home game's in 3 weeks against the Galveston Ball Tornadoes. For Cody Hobbs, for Jacob LaRue, for Coach Josh Fritz, I am Kirk Lowe. Friendswood Mustangs 3-0. Have a great weekend. We are out.